Fr0zD,
Wow.
right over here is my boy Fr0zD, and we
Wow, wow, wow.
just watched the series finale of WandaVision,
Wow.
and holy crap,
Wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
what
Wow.
I'm legit at a loss for words right now.
I'm hurt. I'm also super excited. So I don't know what to feel right now.
Yeah, I'm like I said to my roommate before we came on, my body is numb to emotion right now.
Yeah. And I'm just feeling that. I'm
Uh,
here.
uh,
This is it. That's the end. This is the big one. This is
yeah,
what we've been talking about for the past 8 to 9 weeks. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow. What an ending. A lot we do when we get into these streams, we do straight up our last thoughts immediately after we watch it, and we're doing that right now with the wow wow wows, and then we go straight into a breakdown. So like,
Well, I guess let's start with you, Frosty. What are your final thoughts on this whole series?
on the entire show, again, wow, 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 great show, great premise, such a beautiful little bit of sparkly tidbits while we get a bunch of answers to things that we wanted. But we also still, like I say, for the past 5 or 6 episodes we've done on stream, we're getting more questions than we've ever gotten answers. And I'm so into that. Even with the end of the series, I still have questions. Darcy, big question. I got White Viz, big question. I got fucking so much extra things that it just blows my mind. That it just blows my mind how Feige can just mwah, make a story that makes us want more so well. I want more. I want everything more. I want to see Wanda become something more than she ever could be because like why not? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful story.
Yeah, I, again, like I said to my roommate, I'm completely numb to emotion right now. When I came out of Avengers Endgame, I said that I've never felt more in a movie or a TV show than I did in that movie. And today, I've never ever felt so much emotion in 40 minutes of
Mm,
television.
no,
Like
not for
holy crap. Like this entire
not
I'll
mm,
I'll give it to the people that doubted at the beginning. The first two episodes were a little bit slow. But
especially if you weren't understanding what the big picture was.
well, exactly. Like if you didn't come into this knowing kind of what the premise was, that it's Wanda and Vision, but it's
Mhm.
also
It's the continuation from
WandaVision. It's her
Endgame.
TV show
Yeah.
called WandaVision. So yeah,
It, it, it's
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 just
our
such a good show. Like honestly, I could go back and binge watch this right now.
100%,
Yeah,
100%. I'll watch that over and over again.
I wasn't even able to go like season one of The Mandalorian. I couldn't start it over right away because I was like
Yeah,
obviously blown away. But I mean,
yeah,
there wasn't so much drive to really go back and watch it, right?
no,
So
no, of course.
because
You wanted the next
I mean, I
right
know
away.
Star Wars anyway, so like I'm remembering all of that
Yeah,
as it goes
yeah.
along. Like I'm basically calling the show as it comes. Exactly.
But
Right
no,
here.
100%, 100% though. The whole thing with yeah, see right there. Um, but the thing was this with being like super rewatchable and super good. This is our honestly, this is our continuation from Endgame,
Yeah,
and not a lot
exactly.
of people realize that.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, it's a 1950s TV show based on Wanda and Vision. I'm not into that.
Well,
No,
exactly, because
watch
if
the
you
whole
say it
series.
just like that, it makes absolutely no sense. It's like, why are they
Exactly.
in a 50s TV show? But
And that's what
once you watch it, once you get to
watch it.
episode 8, and you find out that yeah, she
They're
grew up
so
on sitcoms because that's all they had in Sokovia.
they didn't have much. That was the huge thing. Like they were just poor folk in a war-torn country. And
Yeah,
again, I'm still if with a Magneto kind of cameo kind of thing. I'm with that whole situation where yes, they weren't born from those two. They were born from the mutants, and they are mutants. But I get it though. These people were the people that they spent their entire childhoods with. These were their parents. So yes, that scene got me so hard because they were their parents, and we got to see that exact entrance of it. And again, going back an episode or so, because you were talking about episode 8. Basically, my thing was, yeah, Wanda's a mutant. She's had her powers for a long time. If that vision was real, Again, Agnes is super good at playing chess, dog. She is a 3D chess player. 100%. 100%. So the whole thing was what we saw. Was that actually like real, or was that fabricated with her weak mind, or yada yada? Or did she actually use her powers in that time, or was she using the powers in the flashback kind of thing? I'd like to think that they're planting seeds, right? Like to me, she's a mutant, always, forever and always. That's the thing, right? She was just showing her movies. Yeah, she was just showing her things.
um,
Oh,
yeah.
you're okay.
Like, I don't think that she was actually going back in time. Like, I think Agnes just showed her a memory, so like she was able to manipulate the memory, obviously. So
Exactly.
like,
See,
yeah,
are they just planting false like red herring seeds where it's like me as a consumer, I'm like, Wanda's a mutant. But in reality, Agnes actually planted that in her to make her think that she was more than she actually was. So like there's so many things to factor into, and that's why I love this show. It's more questions than we get answers, but it's also the continuation of Endgame that we were so excited for.
yeah, absolutely. Like,
100%.
I honestly, I don't really have much more to say about my final thoughts other than the fact that it's a great show. And I mean,
Oh, it's
I
so
know
good.
nobody that hasn't watched the show is watching this, but if you haven't watched the show, go fucking watch it.
Please pause us right now. We'll be here. Twitch keeps us for 30 days and YouTube keeps us forever. Go to
Yeah.
YouTube, JFlawless7. You can watch it after. By all means, do not spoil yourself. It deserves way more than that. We'll wait for tomorrow. We don't care. You can binge nine. You
We'll
can
be here
binge 9
tomorrow. We'll
episodes.
be here next week. We'll be here next year.
We're always going to be here. So
Unless
please.
YouTube goes bankrupt and all our videos get deleted. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
But anyways, you're the note man. Let's get on with the
Yeah.
notes. Let's start
All
this
right.
breakdown.
Breaking down. So we get the last episode.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a lot of secret things. Like I realized in the last episode, we got a lot of previously on, but it showed a lot of Infinity War. A lot of Infinity War. In this one, we only got really the last episode, so that's kind of cool. That just proves that it's its own thing,
Yeah.
and it's like here's the finale to your show. This is what you saw last time, like most of the other time. There you go. But then we get into the actual episode, and this shows Agnes and the boys. She has a little purple magic going. She's holding them down. She pulls them back. She's holding them by the neck, and that, oh god, those poor boys, those poor, like, what do you think, 13? Maybe?
I'd say they're like,
Maybe
yeah,
less than
11,
10.
12.
Yeah, 10, 11,
Something like
12,
that.
13 area, because, yeah. Pulled by magic news to the ground. And Wanda's able to stop that. So she stops it with her little blast of magic because it gives Agnes time to suck that up. And the kids ask, the best part I thought of that scene right there is when Tommy and Billy, Wicked and Speed, hole up and they're like, we can help. But Wanda doesn't want her kids in danger, so she tells them to go home and hide in their rooms. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, go to your rooms.
Yeah, go to your rooms. Yeah, perfect. So that's sending the kids off. You see more blasts between Agnes and Wanda.
Which was awesome. Which was awesome.
A great... Anytime those two fought in the entire episode... Mwah,
oh, dude, you were just... I mean, I wasn't on my feet, but you were on your feet.
You were on your damn edge of your seat, baby, the whole time.
Oh, dude, I couldn't stop, like, scooching forward on my seat the whole time. Like, what the hell is going to happen next? And I mean,
100%.
like, and that leads us into the next part. Like, we're not even, like, 2 minutes into the friggin' episode yet.
Oh, God,
and White Vision just comes in and just nukes... Or a regular Vision comes in and just nukes White Vision. Because White Vision showed up. He's all like, Wanda Maximoff must be terminated. And Vision's just like, fuck that.
Yeah. All right, here. Pull back a second.
Okay.
This is where Agnes is asking her to, like, surrender her magic to her.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's part of chaos magic.
She
doesn't have to just do red wiggly woos.
She can do anything. She could bring a car in behind her.
Yeah, exactly. And we have seen this, especially with Age of Ultron, where she picks up the soldiers of the Hydra soldiers,
rips them apart, throws them at each other.
Yeah, so like we've seen that she can pick up other objects than just what she's attacking. So from the background, we see like a red, I don't know, like a Volkswagen or something, just something. No, it was a truck, wasn't it? I don't even remember. I'm so hype. Do you remember?
The red vehicle?
Yeah, the red vehicle that she chucks.
I don't know what it was. I
don't
know.
It was a truck or a car.
No, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been Wanda's Buick.
Oh my God! If it was,
give me 1 minute. Hype. You keep talking, and I'm going to go back and.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah. So it proves that yes, we've seen Wanda use these abilities before on other manipulative objects, yada yada, stuff like that. So, as Agnes is gloating about taking her, surrendering your magic and yada yada, the car comes from behind and takes Agnes into someone's home. It definitely wasn't either of their homes. I don't know though, Jay. If you want to,
I think it was Agnes's house. She's the nosy neighbor, isn't she?
I was gonna say that's what I was thinking. I was gonna say if it was Agnes's house and you knew what was up, let me know. And you did. Good. So, like, yeah, and then we get one of the best references of the entire series, in my opinion. We have Agnes's boots and feet sticking out from underneath the rubble, which is in reference to the Wicked Witch, the first witch, and Wizard of Oz. And we get another. Holy crap! We get another Wizard of Oz reference in the episode.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. Writing.
No, it's not the Buick. It's just a red Hyundai.
That's adorable, though. So
just a red Hyundai. Okay, false alarm. It wasn't Wanda's Buick.
1 sec. Just read the deeds and I'll post.
Oh. So Agnes gets pummeled by the red Hyundai. And then that's when White Vision shows up, and he's all like, "Wanda Maximoff must be terminated." And...
Well, basically, more like the thing was that he comes.
Oh no, that's right. He said that to Vision later.
Yeah, because Vision
White Vision comes in, and he like takes Wanda's head, and he's all like Vision, like he's like Wanda,
and she's like, "Is this really you?"
And then he starts
And
crushing her skull.
yes, finger by finger, picking her up above the ground. Like,
And
how
then
powerful is he right there?
that's when Vision comes flying through
He
and just
sweeps
takes
in.
out White Vision. Well, it doesn't take him out, but
But
throws him
he chucks
into a
him
house and
into
blows up the
Winnebago.
propane. Or yeah, blows up the propane
Yeah,
tank on the Winnebago.
Yeah, and just explosion, huge power. Like, Vision kind of floats around, and it's like, awesome. Okay, let's go. This episode starts at 100. Let's go 110, baby. Let's go. And
Yeah.
Agnes appears again above the building that was
Yeah,
crashed,
up
and
on the
probably her
billboard.
house. Yeah, and this is when Photon kind of shows and does her thing.
Photon showed up. What? Oh,
She's behind
are we
the
there
glass at the
already?
time. Yeah, she's behind the glass, and she's banging on the glass, and she says like, "Wanda,
Oh, that's
Wanda,"
right.
because we
Yeah,
find out that
that
she
she's
is
trapped by Pietro.
Pietro,
Yeah.
and
So
she kind of like dinks and dodges and tries to run for the door.
yeah, and
What
then he's
happens?
just like he just stops, like zooms in front of her, stops her, and he's just like boop, sends her flying across the room
With Quicksilver's incredibly fast 1-inch finger flick.
Yeah,
How great!
like you've
How
heard of the 1 inch
incredible!
punch. This is the 1 inch flick.
This is great. We get more Vision versus White Vision at
Yeah,
this
flying
part.
up into the
They're flying through,
sky and
yeah.
flying down and punching each other through each other and
And again, even though it's all CGI, sorry everybody, it's 2021. That was fucking incredible.
yeah, to think that
That
they
was
could do that with a
incredible.
freaking computer.
Mm, 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 mm. I
Like I'm
do.
just figuring
Okay,
out how
I'm
to
not.
stream on my computer, let alone make Vision fight Vision.
Well, that's the thing. Not. They probably. I don't know. Did they use Maya or Blender or something? Maybe those are free programs, so probably
Yeah, that's
not. They
fair.
probably use
But
something way better. But yeah, no. I do. I'm not going to discredit myself because I do absolutely love effects that are done in real life, stuff like that, which is fantastic. But it's 2021. CGI has gotten fantastic. That fight, all the fights, every fight that involved going up in the air and flying around was incredible. And I know they didn't do like hard effects with that. They weren't doing just like real effects.
no.
So it was awesome.
So they're like punching through, like White Vision would punch through Vision, and Vision would like phase, and so his fist would go through him, and then he'd like phase back, so it's like trapped in him.
Oh,
And then Vision
what a
would phase
cool.
himself through White Vision's arm, so they're all like locked together, and then Vision, like real Vision, just like starts
Real
flying
Vision, yeah.
straight to the ground and does like this huge like upside down pile driver into the concrete, and then he goes to fly away, and then White Vision just grabs his leg.
Right from this like pit they've created. He
Yeah,
flies up
yeah.
and then the
I mean, I'm
phasing,
sorry.
incredible.
$3 billion of vibranium doesn't die when you plummet it into the
No, hell no. Throw into an exploding Winnebago. Who cares? No problem. He'll
Yeah.
get back up. But like, I just really enjoyed the old phasing thing of it. Like whoever wrote the choreography for that, very good.
It's just fantastic. Actually, it reminds me of Ant-Man and the Wasp with the white chick, like the white suit chick, who phased through everything.
Ghost.
Ghost, that's it. Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Ghost. How like she would just like phase through everything when she was fighting the Wasp.
Oh, so good.
When she was trying to pick up the piece for whatever the hell they were working on to bring Hank Pym's wife back. But yeah, just the way that Ghost would like phase through everything, like Wasp would go to like punch her and she just like phase, just like what?
I believe Ghost thing was she can tap into alternate universes because the fact that there's been a lot of talk about that because her whole situation is that kind of thing. So like she was phasing but also she was tapping into another universe where she had her head like turned the other way instead of the one she went for.
Oh,
I'll
that's
get into
right.
that. Yeah, I'll get into that on another one, but like that was her thing. So like that makes a lot of sense though, because it was creative, well visual affected, and choreography was top tier. And again, like you said, it reminded you of that fight because it was that good.
Yeah.
Like for a
Like
TV
for a
series,
TV series, it was movie
yeah,
quality.
movie
Like
quality,
I
and that's
said in
what
the
we want
last one
going
we did on
forward.
your channel, you could take
Yeah.
this entire series
Mm-hmm.
and like fix it together or cut it all
Our
together in
channel.
a big supercut, and it would just
Yeah.
be like a 9-hour movie.
Yeah.
Or well,
Straight up.
since the first few episodes are super short, it's like 6.5 hour movie. But
Yeah, I was gonna say they really kind
but I
of
mean, yeah.
wanted
So if somebody's out there and has all of these on their drives, if you could cut it together and post it
match
somewhere for
together.
me, I would love that.
Well, him and I would react to it as a movie.
Yeah, I
Would
would.
you say,
I
or
will react to
do a
that.
live
I'll
reaction?
do a
We'll do
live
a live
reaction to that
reaction,
just to
like
see how
straight
it
up. I'm
is.
going to that.
But
Um.
cut out the previously on WandaVisions,
Oh God, please.
except for episode 8 previously on.
We need that. Yeah, we need
Yeah, we
those
need that
extra
one because
Infinity
there's
War
no
kind of
intro.
like. Yeah, no, straight up. Um. So we're outside with Hayward and Jimmy after this
Oh yeah,
scene.
Jimmy gets brought in handcuffs, and
Hand.
he sees Hayward or somebody's phone ringing on the desk, so he scooches over while he's talking to Hayward, all handcuffed, and he slips it into his pocket. But
Good man.
yeah, all the while telling Hayward that he's got his buddies from
Quantico.
yeah,
I'll do
Quantico.
a quick side note. Quantico is a town in the state of Virginia, home to the FBI. So that's what he was doing. He was basically saying the FBI is showing up,
Okay,
and we see that later on. Yeah, West Virginia. Sorry, I'm trying so hard not to. I did that out of key, so we didn't get demonetized.
cool.
But
Yeah.
um,
Mountain Mama.
Virginia.
Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Um,
So yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, let's not get demonetized. Even though I'm not monetized yet, but
It'll be less.
YouTube, don't
less
block
than
me,
an hour.
please.
A great little side like kind of banter between Jimmy and Hayward was like, it'll be less than an hour till they arrive. You're bluffing. Am I?
Am I?
And that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that.
Which
He
is
totally
a great little nod to how Jimmy's been learning magic ever since
God,
Ant-Man
yeah.
and the Wasp. Ever since he
You
saw
wanna teach me that card
ever
trick?
since he
Yeah.
saw Scott do his little card flippy thing.
Oh,
Just like we
so
saw
good.
back in episode 3 or 4 when Rambo first showed up. He's like, "Hey, I'm Jimmy Woo."
I wish I had a card.
I'm not
around me, 'cause
gonna lie. I've been trying to learn how to do that.
I know how to do it, and that sucks because I wish I had a card around me because I would have low key grabbed it.
Well, I've
in
been
my
working on
hand
it
and-
with people's business cards at work, so I can like maybe do it with my business card one day.
All right, here, welcome. Well, I don't even have my wallet. God damn it! Never mind. Screw it.
All right,
I
moving
was
on.
gonna
Moving on.
straight
Where
up
were we? We're completely
do it.
lost now. Oh yeah,
No,
Jimmy and
we're
Hayward.
not. Notes, baby. Yeah. See,
Yeah, Jimmy and
don't even worry
Hayward.
about it.
Yeah.
I've been streaming for a long time. I get you. Yeah. So he kind of sticks him in the hay bale, and he tells him his little planny boo, and then leaves him. And Jimmy magically pulls out the safety pin that he grabbed earlier, and unlocks himself.
Did he grab a
And,
safety pin earlier? I missed that.
He was just, you could see that he was kind of effing about. Like you said earlier, he grabbed the other thing, and I was like, he definitely probably grabbed a pin too. Because they probably searched him and took everything from him. So I was like, oh yeah, no, he took that 2 extras. I just love Jimmy Woo so much. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want him to be the agent that's like top tier. 2 extras. I just love Jimmy.
Yeah.
But he gets out of the cuffs. So, oh, what does he say? Oh, flourish.
Yeah. just being totally like high on himself.
Oh,
Like
and
he
I
he's
love
gonna
it.
he's gonna go out see Scott after all of this and be like, dude, look what I learned.
I know he's gonna show him some.
And Scott's
I
just gonna
can't
be
wait
like,
to, like,
dude, I just learned a card trick to amuse my daughter.
I know. I can throw up cards, but that was just for a party, bro. But we so we get that, and we head back into Westview, and you said something about reruns at this time because the mailman says something to
Yeah,
Wanda. And she's like,
the
yeah,
mailman was all like, "Don't shoot. I'm just the messenger." And which is a total nod back to like episode 2 or 3 when
I
Herb
really,
and Agnes and Vision were all outside. And
mhm.
then when or no, that was even before that. Wanda was it
It was
was
in
when
black and white
Wanda
still,
found
yeah.
the sword helicopter
Yeah, it
in
was
the
definitely
garden,
still
and then
in
Agnes shows
episode
up
2 or so.
out of nowhere. And yeah, that's when Mailman goes by. But anyways, yeah, reruns are happening now because this hex is
That's it, yeah.
completely unstable.
That's what I was getting
And
at. I
Agnes's
really enjoyed
magic is
the thought
starting
of
to
that.
interfere, I think.
No, see, that's the thing. I really enjoyed that. That's super clever because when you said that, I was like, oh, I'm writing this down in the notes because that's actually a good topic for us to discuss. Because, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. Like, we're just kind of, that's why everything's changing. That's why all the timelines are effed up. People are just saying the same lines because they think they're rerunning. And I like that.
Yeah, so she's walking through town, and then she gets kind of into the town square, and then what happens?
Okay, is this after the thing? Because I was
Well,
about to go into.
this is after she started seeing the reruns as she was walking through town.
Okay, yeah, no, this is when we get Agnes appearing at the billboard this time because she was on the roof of the house on the other time. This is when she shows up, and this is our big reference to the Darkhold, the
Yes.
Necronomicon of Marvel, the Book of the Dead,
And
basically.
I'll just point this out now. Like, even in the subtitles, they give it that emphasis. Like, because I watch everything with
Yeah,
subtitles,
same.
but yeah, they
Yeah,
even put Darkhold in bold italics,
it's
and
it's
it's
something.
something.
Yeah,
And we'll get to
again,
that something later.
I was gonna say again, as see, we're on both sides of the coin, which is great and makes the streams like fantastic to bounce off of because I am
Yeah,
comic book geek and you are MCU geek.
yeah.
So like you know more than I do on MCU and I know more than you do on comic style. And like the Darkhold is definitely super important.
It's
It's very
is it?
important.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's more powerful than the Necronomicon, but
It's
is
on
it?
that same line though.
Is
Yeah.
it okay?
That same kind of thing.
Now,
Where
is that something that we'd find in the
Marvel
library at
zombies.
Comertage or something? Or
Um see, that's a good thought
like,
because
is that
maybe
one of
I don't know,
those forbidden sorceries that we
right?
weren't allowed to learn at Comertage?
If I could remember, then probably it would be in that
Like,
area.
is
But
the
I've always
Darkhold the
known
dark side of the Force?
pretty. It's Necronomicon from Evil Dead, basically. If you really like, that's the thing. If you really want to like think about that, I believe Agatha has always had access to this. Agatha Harkness has always had access to
Well, I
this
mean,
book.
she killed the rest of her coven, so
Yeah, see,
she
that's
kind
the
of
thing.
had
In the
everything.
MCU, Wanda admits she's not a witch at this point. She's like, I'm not a witch. I have not been taught magic
Yeah,
because she knows she was created.
yeah,
And I
exactly.
think that she was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, but maybe she
I was waiting for that one.
was. Thank you.
But no, like,
Sorry,
cause well, I mean,
not
we
sponsored.
see in episode 8 previously on that
Yeah,
she had these powers before she was ever exposed to the Mind Stone.
yeah, exactly.
She caught
So,
cast that probability hex
yep,
on the Stark bomb.
yep. No, she literally did. And again, we don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, we don't know
I'm
if
gonna say yes.
Agnes was just like manipulating it so Wanda thought that she had her powers before the Mind Stone, but
right? We could have Kevin Feige just being the biggest troll and saying at that D23, the X-Men universe is part of Marvel, and not actually happening. I would hate it so much.
I mean, honestly, we need redemption from Dark Phoenix.
100%.
Like,
Oh,
I'm not
God.
gonna lie. I enjoyed the movie when I watched it, but it
I
wasn't one of
enjoyed
the
X-Men
ones that
3
I went
better.
and saw in theater 3 times. I didn't even go and see
Would
it in
you?
theaters once.
All
I
right, here's
rented
your
it
choice.
on demand. Did I even rent it?
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Here's your
I did. I
ultimatum.
did rent it on demand, so I paid $7 to watch it.
Here's a
But I
gun.
wouldn't pay another $7 to watch it.
Here's a gun. Ultimatum. I'm aiming at your head. I give you one choice for the Dark Phoenix story. Would you rather X-Men 3 or Dark Phoenix?
X-Men 3, all the way.
Exactly.
Famke Jensen.
That Jean
Famke
Grey
Jensen
got it.
is my Jean Grey.
100%. And don't get me wrong, I love my Stark children. They're all fantastic. But not that story. Neither was Apocalypse. No, I'll say it right now. I love Paul Bettany, and
You
I
keep
love
leaning out of your frame, dude.
whatever. You caught me hard. That's okay. Does anybody really want to see this red face without the filters and stuff? No, we're okay.
It's okay. People can barely see my face because I have no light behind my webcam.
We'll
get there, though.
I'm doing a lot of
I'm a
hand
beginner.
stuff.
Give me a break.
Exactly. I'm doing a lot of hand stuff, so it's all good.
Yeah, I don't
right?
do a lot of hand stuff. So when I do hand stuff, it's always down here, so you can barely see it.
Right. So
Maybe I should start doing more hand stuff like you do.
See, no, just talk and be something. Just do your thing. Either or, though. We're in Westview, and Agnes just kind of zip on Dottie.
Yeah, and then
And
Dottie
we get out
comes
of
over
that.
and Wanda's all like, Dottie? And Dottie's like, no, my name's Sarah. Was it Sarah?
Sarah.
Yeah,
it
my
was
name's
Sarah.
Sarah,
Yeah.
and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and you've had her locked away in her room for however long this has been going on, and I
Because
just want to see her. I just want to hold
That's
her.
the thing. The only time we ever saw children was in the Halloween special.
Yeah,
And then no
after that,
other
they just went
children.
away.
Yep, no other children since, and that makes sense. She realizes once what Agnes says about like, oh, I didn't manipulate her, I just cut her strings, or yada yada, right? Like, she released her from the big hex that's going on, and that was the thing. She realizes that the show is a show, and my child has not been with me since.
No, that's right, because before she asked just to have her daughter out of her room, she says, I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I think she would be really good friends with your boys. So can we write that into the show or something?
I forgot about that. She
Yeah.
does kind of click back into the showverse.
Yeah, so she's not completely out of the hex when Agnes zaps her.
That's what I'm thinking.
then-
Agnes isn't playing checkers. She's
Hey,
playing birdie
Drumbuster
chess.
Bob, you're late to the party, but thanks for joining us.
Hey, yeah, what is up? Just back it up. That's all good.
Yeah. Start from the beginning.
Catch up. Get
There's no commercials, so it'll take you a while, but that's okay.
Straight up, though.
But yeah, so, and then once Agnes zaps her back into her hex, or Dottie's hex life, then she starts zapping everybody.
Everyone
and then they
gets
all
it.
start coming to, and they're all like walking towards Wanda, and they're just like, Wanda.
Once again,
Wanda.
that's what I mean. I don't think, like, I agree with you saying, like, I don't think Agnes cut their strings.
Completely, no. They just awakened their mind a little bit.
Enough to, like, kind of turn them there, but the fact that they're walking towards her zombie.
I think the fact that they're in the hex, there's no way that Agnes could have completely zapped them out of it. Vision only could because Vision has all of his powers in the hex.
Yeah. Well, what I was getting at was like, Agnes is, again, she's not playing checkers. She's playing 4D chess right now.
Yeah, fuck it. We're playing Tesseract chess.
Exactly. So I'm thinking that, like, the way they were acting like zombies walking towards Wanda is more of a tell than people thought it was. Where, sure, they're all upset with Wanda, but why were they kind of acting like zombies? Agnes kind of made her under her control, maybe? So, like,
Maybe.
that's, to me, that's my theory is Agnes is not playing checkers. She is playing 4D chess, and we're going to see her later.
Oh yeah, no, she's
100%.
everything she's done has been a
Mm-hmm.
deception.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
anyways, moving on. So we
So,
get to all these people are like closing in on Wanda, all zombie
zombies.
like, and they're like,
Yeah.
Wanda, Wanda, and then when they get closer to her, they start actually talking as if they are themselves outside of the hex, and being like, "Let me
Yeah,
out of here, Wanda. Like we feel your pain when you let us sleep. We dream your nightmares." And
exactly.
then Wanda
That is
won't believe
harsh.
it, and she just keeps saying no, 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 and then eventually she just breaks down and just bursts out with her chaos magic, and it
That's
rings everybody around the neck and starts choking them.
joking people. And see, that is what I'm thinking is like, again, chaos. Chaos theory. Life will find a way.
Oh,
Chaos
shut up,
theory.
Ian Malcolm.
Straight
Go back to
up.
Jurassic Park.
Straight up though. Chaos theory. This right here is she was upset and she pushed out and she immediately knows what she did and realizes that she's sorry and she's saying this and after choking them for a little bit she snaps back in and realizes that like yes
Everybody's
i'm
choking.
I'm doing a bad
Yeah, I'm
and
doing a
stop.
bad, and I'm in control of everything.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna like stop.
but that's chaos, right? She just wanted it to stop. She didn't want to be surrounded by people, but she wasn't actually planning to just like start choking people, and that's why she immediately went back on it because chaos magic is a goddamn roll of a dice.
But I mean, once you've been choked, you don't exactly like forgive the person that choked you.
Oh God,
Especially
no!
when
God
you're
no!
already mad at her and she
God
doesn't
no!
know that you're not doing this on your own.
Yeah, no, I
They don't
totally agree with
understand
that.
chaos magic.
That's the thing. Chaos magic is just a roll of the dice. She is way too manipulated by emotion, and I think that is what the Darkhold is going to teach her to not be manipulated by her emotions is to tap into chaos magic as a roll of the dice. Like, oh, there's a group of enemies attacking me. I can send all their guns against the one guy. That's chaotic. Or if she gets just so messed up emotionally, it becomes choking that she did not want. She does go back on that immediately. So that
Yeah.
proves that she is the GD Mace Windu
Well, I mean,
of
we have to
the MC
remember that
universe.
at the beginning of all of this, she didn't even mean to create the hex in the first place. She
No,
was just
her
in
emotions.
complete agony, and
Exactly.
when she's in complete agony,
Exactly.
that's when chaos magic takes over.
Exactly. The dice just gets rolled and it landed on create a society and bring back vision. It could have been like a giant crater of magma in the earth, or
Yeah,
it
and then
could have been
everybody's
everybody.
dead. But I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
hex is
chaos
better than a
magic,
giant crater of magma. I mean, at least
of
everybody's
course.
alive. They're just
So
being
she
held against everything against their own will.
she just happened to roll a 5 and not a 1, right? Like
Hmm.
it's chaos. It's a dice roll. Like I'm bringing a lot of D&D stuff where yeah, you can make a homebrew character where you just roll the dice and like whatever happens happens. A lot of things was like the deck of many things. You just pull
You know
a
what?
card
You
off
know
the
what would be
deck and
cool? I
something
mean,
happens.
I've always wanted to get into D&D style stuff or like D20 type games, but
Right.
I think an MCU style D20 campaign would be
Would be
sick as
incredible.
tits.
Hell yes.
What
See
do, what do, what
again.
do, what do the viewers think? Would you want to
Yeah,
play
let us
a
know.
D&D style
Let's get a
Avengers
group
fucking game?
together.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
I'd be so into that. I've done Star Wars campaigns, I've done D&D campaigns, but never a Marvel version. Hell yeah. Really quick though, before we're super off track,
Yeah.
What does Agnes reference before Dottie? She says that Scarlet Witch is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Which gives us the idea
Ha,
that we're gonna get Doctor fucking Strange in this show, this episode.
we didn't.
We didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't.
we didn't get him. We tried really
Sorry
hard
to get
think
your
that
hopes
he
up, but
would.
we didn't get him.
We didn't get him. No, no. Your hopes were like supremely dashed.
I was so sure of it until the very end of the episode too.
I know.
So sure of it.
But that the reference of the Sorcerer Supreme is still getting to the point of Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
And Doctor Strange's new flick.
But we'll that's later on in the show. We'll get there.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's where we're getting hints at.
Yeah.
Because we don't see him, but we're actually back at Quicksilver and Photon after this scene.
We are. So
yeah, and Quicksilver's making himself a milkshake.
Quicksilver's making himself a milkshake, and he's being all like, his name shouldn't be Peter or Pietro.
No.
It should be Chad.
Yeah. He is chatting it up. He is
like he's got his guitar. He's got his shakes. He's just a bro, man. He's just a total frat bro.
Right? Like, oh, there's a female right next to me. I'm just gonna hit on her constantly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyways, Monica's like looking at all this. Like, she's looking at like some mail and some bills and stuff.
She's looking at the man cave.
And she sees the name. Was it Ralph Boner?
Ralph
Bohner. Ralph Boner. And she's like,
Ralph
you're actually Ralph Boner? And then Pietro's like,
Boner.
Which, I mean, I'll have to say, me and Fr0zD here both were like,
we just gave up.
Boner.
We're like, nah, we're like 13, aren't we? Goddamn.
So anyway, she's looking through this mail, and this is Ralph, which is Agnes's husband. This is all happening in Agnes's attic.
Because he calls Agnes is the missus.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
So
yeah, he's just like, I just hang out here while the missus is out causing trouble. And Drumbuster Bob, I do love a good boner joke too. Boner jokes are great.
Boner. Nah.
Boner.
That's penis stuff, and penises are funny.
Yeah. Anyways, getting off track again.
Ralph? Do we actually think that Quicksilver is the real Ralph? I guess yes.
I mean, he has to be, but he's not the Ralph that we thought we were going to see. He's just Ralph.
Yeah, and he's not. That's a huge point right there.
This isn't Pietro. This isn't Pietro at all.
No, God no.
This is Ralph Boner, played by, drawing a blank.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, played by Evan Peters, and she's just manipulated him to be Pietro.
Just to me,
this hasn't been drawn from any multiverse. This is just a guy played by Evan Peters that lives in Westview.
So why isn't just a guy playing him? Like,
because
why is it Evan Peters?
It's a huge red herring. This show is full of red herrings. This is the Scarlet Witch we're talking about. This is all red.
Witch. That's smart as hell, actually. Thank you. Thank you, actually. Holy crap. Thank you for bringing that up. That's actually super clever.
Yeah.
Red herrings, red Scarlet, Scarlet
red
Witch.
Everything. It's a show of red herrings.
And like I said about 15 minutes ago, I said about Kevin Feige saying at D23, since we own Fox, the X-Men are here. But in reality, that's the thing. In reality, it was just setting up WandaVision and maybe more cameos of fake doppelgangers in the future. Like, I don't know. You're planting something and waiting for it to grow. That's what I feel. Right there.
Yeah.
So okay. So Quicksilver's Ralph. This is when Photon tries to escape again.
Oh, that's
But
right. So yeah, Photon
this
tries to
time,
escape again, and
yeah,
yeah, he's caught off guard, so he doesn't get there quick enough, even though he's Quicksilver. But she
Quicksilver.
flips
You
him
didn't see that
around
coming.
like a freaking MMA
Okay,
martial
here.
artist
Yeah,
thing. I don't
really
know.
quickly, really
I don't
quickly.
watch MMA, but
I do. Really
but yeah,
quickly though.
flips him over and
Stop.
she sees her eyes go purple.
She's photoning, baby.
Yeah, she's
And
totally photoning.
really quickly though, I want to say every FBI or secret agent type show, that flip has been recreated.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And
That
as
flip
such a
is in every single show that has a fight scene.
when I saw that happen, my brain went to Agent Cody Banks almost
Oh my god.
immediately. Straight
Was
up, I
that
saw
Frankie
Malcolm being.
Muniz?
Yeah, I saw Malcolm being
More
thrown over
Malcolm
by his sword.
references?
True. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're reaching now.
this is like going
Oh
out
yeah,
to
we're
the
just like reaching past the
multiverse.
camera and trying to pull Frankie Muniz into our lives again.
Okay, Frankie Muniz for MCU. Hashtag it right now. What would he be? He would
Where
be
would
older
he
Wiccan.
be?
He's an older Wiccan,
Yeah, yeah, he can be an older Wiccan.
right? He could be an older Wiccan.
You explain what Photon does while she's photoning while I go let my meowing
She.
cat out.
All right, but then you gotta let me pee after, so it's an even trade. Basically, though, we have Photon kind of getting into her like full tapping of the microwaves, radio wave power, and she says that she sees a necklace of
I'm gonna
Quicksilver.
go pee first.
Fine, that's okay. No, that's why we're going in opposite order instead of all at once because we don't want silence on the stream. Basically, after we figure out about Quicksilver, we realize that while Photon has him
Never mind,
down,
the bathroom is occupado.
while Photon has him down, she uses her radio waves, mind waves, chaos waves, her sense, and she sees that the necklace is giving off like negative activity. So she rips it off. But that's when we skip to the boys in their room.
No, something happened before that. Once she
What
ripped
happened?
that necklace off of Pietro Ralph's neck,
Yeah, Ralph's
he
neck. Yeah.
snaps. He snaps back into reality. Like he's not he's not under Agnes's spell anymore. And he's like, no, please, spare my life, spare my life.
That's the thing. I was gonna say he broke down pretty fast. So that proves that she did use a speedster from a different universe because maybe
she's been able to create some pretty weird shit.
That's the thing. To me, I'm thinking maybe because if you need someone to play Quicksilver, but the Quicksilver's dead, why not grab someone named Ralph, whatever, I'll say it, Boner, from like a different universe where that's literally just like an alter ego, like a second thing that he's going under at the time after let's say X-Men Apocalypse, right?
Yeah, like I mean, we
Right?
never really find out. Well, we get Evan Peters in Apocalypse, right? I'm rewatching it right now, but I'm not at that. I'm not very far in.
Sweet dreams are made
Drumbuster
of
Bob says maybe his speed was just magic illusion.
That's
magic
another thing
illusion
too.
from Agnes,
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm thinking. Probably from Agnes, where she's Agatha all along, and she's holding him back, and like, I'll make him super fast, like her
'cause I
brother
mean,
was.
like
And
taking.
to me,
I don't know, just
Evan
throwing shit out
Peters
there. I mean, yeah,
is
like,
too
but I mean,
much of a thing.
no, like he's like red herring aside, like just
Mhm.
ignoring the fact that yes, Evan Peters played Quicksilver in a different
Yes.
universe.
Yes.
Like this is just a guy named Ralph in the real world that Agatha was like, I can play this off as my fake husband in as my as the nosy neighbor thing that I'm doing, and then when I need to bring somebody back as his brother or as Wanda's brother, I could just use Ralph because this is just some kid and he's around Wanda's age.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm super duper like the fact it's Evan Peters
Which
means something.
means, because we haven't seen anything Mephisto-like yet, Senor Scratchy is another red herring.
Yes, because we have Jack Scratch.
Yeah.
And we have, what is it, Noah Scratch?
Nick Scratch.
Nick Scratch, thank you. Same man. Whatever. But we have Nick Scratch and Jack Scratch, who are the son and Mephisto of Mephisto. So that's a lot.
Mephisto
to like
Magneto.
Really. Well, that's the thing too. Like, is it like just going out there on something completely different that's going to throw?
I think they drew from so many things to create this red herring of Pietro that there was absolutely no way that we could figure out that it was a red herring until the end of the show.
It worked.
It worked, absolutely. Kevin Feige
worked.
is a goddamn genius. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again a million times. Kevin Feige is a goddamn genius. But
it's just the fact that, again, in the slightest notable way, the fact that it was Evan Peters still makes me think. It could have been Joe Schmo, huge bro, just a guy. And they would have been like, I'm your brother, blah, blah, blah. And it would have been Agatha all along. But it was Evan Peters of the X-Men multiverse. So that still makes me think that there is something trailing into that. That's my big thing.
I mean, honestly, I think we're only going to find out in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, 100%. We have, what, one more year until that? 2022, I believe?
I think so. Let me check.
Give or take the situation right now.
Given COVID.
Don't talk about that's also demonetized,
really?
apparently. So, yeah, don't.
Given things.
The Backstreet Boys reunion tour. That's what the game grumps say.
That's
so I'm calling it that.
Yeah,
so if you don't want
reunion
tickets,
tour.
wear your mask.
Release date is set for March 25th, 2020 or 2022. So we have a year left.
Yeah, so we still have a year. I thought so. Give or take the reunion tour. So yeah, no, we get next to the point after again, I'm gonna say right now before we move on, Evan Peters means something, and the fact that he's called like Ralph Boner means that he may have taken an identity after knowing that Magneto was his father and realizing that he is a bad person's son, like the Brotherhood and yada yada. He tries to move on from that, and basically he's like picks a name, and the fact that he's like haha Boner means he picked that name for a reason. So yeah, he went by Ralph Boner, and he's a speedster who was Peter Maximoff. That's why Agnes took him and did the whole mind control thing. That is my theory.
That could be possible because, I mean, we're still inside the hex, right?
We are. That's the thing
so
too. We don't see
the bills that Monica was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Were those even real bills, or were those just
100%.
put there, or is this just something else because we're also in Agnes's house, so the house is under her magic?
Exactly. That's why I say every episode, even the GD finale, more questions than we ever got answers.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have. I can't put these questions into words, but I don't know what the hell is going on, man.
Right?
Like past this, there are no theories.
No,
we have to wait for Multiverse of Madness because they left us knowing.
Well,
they left us knowing a lot, but they left us knowing nothing at the same time.
Are we gonna? Okay, quick question before we move on to actual questions. This is my question. This is my personal question right here. Is Falcon and Winter Soldier gonna give us a little bit of sprinkle
Ooh,
in the
you're
salt?
right, because that starts in like 2
Are we gonna
weeks.
get a little bit of like seeds thrown into the dirt as well for this series? Right?
That's an
Like,
interesting take.
are they gonna say a couple things about the hex,
Quite
or are they
honestly,
gonna
this
say that
entire time I didn't attribute anything from WandaVision to Falcon Winter Soldier.
that's exactly what I'm thinking? Make it a different show, but also here you go. Here's a little bit of salt on your wound. You're gonna be thinking about this now for the next year, kind of thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
hmm, are we like? Because we've seen in the trailer for Winter Soldier and the Falcon and yada yada. In the trailer, we've seen U.S. Agent. We've seen a lot of turmoil with the Shield, and we've seen those two being kind of buddy cops doing missions together. What's to say that they don't reference the Hex, or something happens with Wanda at this time where she becomes something bad for Multiverse of Madness to take over? It's like Screen Rant's fucking Ryan George has said, it's the world's most expensive.
Oh, I lost you. Did we lose Frosty? We lost Frosty. Okay, technical difficulties. I'm going to get a hold of Frosty. But anyways,
Sorry.
oh, there
Hello.
you are. There you are.
I am back. Yeah, no, that was my bad. I accidentally unplugged my cord in the back, and it kind
Oh,
of screwed up my HDMI. But
nice. Oh, well, that's okay. We can see your nice little logo.
awesome. I'm coming back right now. I'm sharing my vid. Like I said,
There he is.
world's most expensive TV show, and it doesn't matter who watched the last episode. You just better have watched the last episode.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm thinking. If you didn't watch WandaVision, I'm thinking there's gonna be some references in Falcon and Winter Soldier that makes us who did
I
watch
would hope
WandaVision.
so, because I mean that's just the way Marvel does things. And I think
Yeah,
now that they've
Cap
done
Shield
the
and Iron Man 2.
whole let's lead 23 movies into one entire franchise and have everything
Mm-hmm.
linked together extremely well, what's the next challenge?
Well,
Television.
exactly.
Let's link
TV.
TV shows. Let's link all of these different TV series together, and then at the end have one big Avengers TV series.
Exactly. Or like every hero gets its own thing. Or like we get the Avengers TV series, we get the West Avengers TV series, we get the Young Avengers TV series. Like we're talking phase 7 here, but who knows, right?
Dude, we all know that this ride is going to phase 20.
Yeah, straight up, dude. I'm gonna
As long
live
as
my rest
Kevin
of my life,
Feige
dog.
and Dave Filoni
Filoni's
and
great.
Mark
Oh,
or
so
and
good.
the Russo brothers,
The Russo's great.
as long as they're all alive, they're gonna
We're
keep
gonna get some
they're gonna keep this train rolling.
100%. How long was it since you went to see if the bathroom was closed? Because
It's been a
I
few
haven't peed
minutes.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that.
So before we move on, we're just going to take a quick break here, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this on a completely unrelated Be Right Back stream because I never made one
Nice.
for this stream.
Oh no! I
So,
forgot about that.
yeah, enjoy this. The thing says enjoy some music, but there's no music today, so sorry. But we'll be right back, everybody.
All right. Talk to you guys in a sec.
Okay, Flawless is back.
Hello, I
Oh,
just
Frosty
showed
is
up back
back
as
too.
well.
All right, so
What a beauty
um,
time.
since we took that break, I am completely lost. So, Mr. Note Man, where are we now?
After the necklace has been removed from Quickie Silva,
Oh,
and
that's
he's
right. And
like
he's all like,
begging for
"Spare
his
my
life,
life,
yeah.
cause I'm a little bitch."
we cut to the boys, the younglings. They're sitting
Younglings.
in their room, and Wiccan starts to hear the pain of his mother and father.
Yeah.
So this is where we get the apparently in my notes, this is where we actually get the line where we sleep, we have your nightmares, was after that.
Oh, it was after
And the
that.
choking and the choking. And she has to actually tell the people that they can leave whenever they want. And she opens the hex at this point.
That's
And
right.
the
She opens up
civilians
the
are running
hex and
away.
starts letting everybody out of the hex. And then that's when
Yeah,
we
and
buzz back to Hayward. And Hayward's all like, "Oh, it's opening. Here's our chance to move in." And then it quickly
and they
cuts back and we don't see them again.
we see them getting up, kind of a convoy starting, and we're like, uh-oh. And we see Agnes laughing, and she says, now you'll see. And
Yeah.
Vision is breaking down during the fight, and he this is where he leaves White Vision for a sec, because he comes down, because you also see Tommy and Billy appear after Vision shows up.
Oh,
And
that's
they
right.
Right? They both drop as well. And
Yeah,
they
so
all start
Vision and
breaking.
Billy and Tommy are all starting to shred apart like we saw when Vision first crawled out of the Hexon in the Halloween episode.
Yep. And they're all breaking down because they only exist out
Inside the Hex.
inside the hex, not out in. And they can't live outside of this hex.
So that was heartbreaking
And
moment number one.
yeah, exactly. This is where we start to the welling of the eyes. You're like, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, they're all hurt.
and
We
then
actually go back outside for
So Wanda starts freaking out about that. She starts
yeah.
feeling some anguish, and so she closes the hex right back up. But not
Yeah,
before everybody got out and Hayward got in.
that's the thing. We go back to Jimmy Woo watching the opening of the hex at this point,
Yeah, that's right.
and he's
Well,
standing there.
is that when Hayward's like, "Hey, we're going in"?
It might have been before. I think you were right on that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right on that time. But yeah, we see Quantins, so the FBI, show up
Mm.
to Jimmy Woo here, and then Wanda, we see her shield up on Agnes, and her hand starts to deform and burn and become
No, she shielded her and Vision and the boys, and then she turned around
that's
and
it, thank you.
then she threw a spell at her, and then that's
That's
when
it. And
Agnes
she
started
sucked that.
absorbing the power. That's when I was like, "Oh, she's absorbing it. She's doing what she did to the
Mm-hmm.
Coven,"
Right?
which is
And
amazing because I mean, you gotta be some bad bitch to be able
straight up
to
though,
harness chaos magic like that.
100%, right? And like we see Wanda being hurt and her hands being deformed and like deceased and aged and burnt and just
Just like
gross
we were
looking.
seeing with the rest of the Coven last episode.
Exactly. Starting from her. And we see White Viz comes back for this part. And just as Sword shows up as well. So we have the family in the best superhero pose
Oh, that was
ever.
so good.
That beats the
That was so
Incredibles
good.
by like 200 times.
That was the first kind of chillsy moment I got.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
And
"Oh, this is so Avengers."
yeah, because they're all just ready to go and they're fighting for each other. And yes, they're a team, they're a family. I love it. And I think I pointed this out was you could see that Viz, Wanda, and Wiccan all had their hands spread while Speed had his hands curled because he's gotta punch people, so he's gotta have his fingers curled for a fist instead of like a spell kind of or a phase kind of situation like Wanda and Viz. So that was kind of cool. I like that. I thought that was cute. Little addition to that.
Yeah, I want to see more of them, but we can't.
Right for now until we get Young Avengers. I'm calling it, man.
Yeah.
Viz and White Viz start fighting again, and they go to the library at this point.
Oh yeah, and that's when I was all like, "Oh, is this where Doctor Strange is gonna come out and save the day?"
It would make sense. It would honestly make sense.
Doctor Strange is real into books.
Oh, yeah, he's a doctor, so no.
A very arrogant doctor, I might add.
What's the scene? You are the real Vision. I am but a conditional Vision during this time.
Oh, that's right. He's like, or the White Vision was like, "Oh, what did he say? You think you're the real Vision?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and then real Vision was like, "I once thought I was, but now I am not the real Vision.
Not the real Vision,
but a conditional Vision."
He's out of consequence. He just showed up because he understands that he was just made.
Yeah, exactly.
So he gets it. And that was probably 1.5 on the heartbreak scale there. After our number one heartbreak, that was probably 1.5 of our heartbreak number right there.
Because now Vision understands that he's not supposed to be there.
He sees his real body. He gets it.
Yeah.
He understands.
But throughout their conversation, what happens?
Okay, so actually, we cut back to Agatha fighting Sword for a second.
Okay.
And we've got Agatha fighting Sword, lifting them into the air with her purple magic and going to slam them down. And Wanda flies in and holds them,
and then lets them drop. And you know what that reminded me of?
What's up?
You remember when Harry and everybody were running out of the Department of Mysteries, and they go through the door and they start following, and Hermione has to cast Arresto Momentum? That's what it reminded me of, because they stop, and then they fall. And then it's like, we're all hurt, but not as hurt as we could have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Sword is there, and Hayward, is this Hayward where he comes out with the
No, not yet, because because Wiccan first.
Ooh.
I think this might be later on, but I'm going to talk about it now because it's coming to me, and it doesn't really happen. So the sword soldiers, or whatever you want to call them, they're all the sword agents.
No, you're right.
So
boys handle the military. Mommy will be all right.
That's exactly it. So Wiccan, he zaps their minds.
Oh, yes.
He zaps all their minds and freezes them, and
magic.
then Speed goes flipping around, runs through them, and very Evan Peters-esque, like back back in Days of Future Past,
100%.
just flips all their guns out of their hands, and it was just the greatest 100%. Thing ever.
No, you're not even wrong. That is 100% the vibe I got. Was like,
that was the kitchen
Pietro
scene.
Tell him. Yeah, how much did Pietro actually teach him? I want to know this here.
Like, how much of that was actually Peter from Days of Future Past? I mean, it can't be, because Evan Peters would be like
way
50
older.
years old.
Well older. Well older. That's the thing that's stopping me, too.
Because, Days of Future Past happened back in the 80s.
70s or 80s. I think 80s.
70s was First Class. 80s was... Days of Future Past, and then Apocalypse was in the 90s.
That makes sense. Yeah. So Sword starts firing bullets on the boys.
Yeah, and then Photon comes in, and she just stands right in front of them, and they start going through her. Like, you remember on Mythbusters when they were testing out guns and they shot them into the ballistic jelly?
Exactly. Yeah. Or like Deadliest Warrior and stuff, where they like shoot on ballistic gel, it flows in and stops and then drops, and it's like, is Photon? What's her deal? Is she gonna do the whole Photon thing where she can phase, and do kind of like a ghost
She
thing where
like
she?
she like half phases, so the bullets super slow
Yeah,
down and they just kind of fall out the back of her body. But that
one
was when
bullet missed
Hayward
her.
that was when Hayward came in and started shooting them. That's when Photon comes in, stands in front of the bullets, and they go all ballistic jelly.
Yeah,
So, and then
yeah.
one goes whizzing past her face, and it does that
One
whole kind of
misses.
Matrix thing where you watch the bullet go by.
Yeah, and she kind of sees the bullet time happening, and she's like,
And
okay,
then
uh-oh.
is it Tommy or Billy?
It's oh
It's Wiccan.
fudge.
Anyways,
It's
Wiccan
Wiccan, thank
stops the
you.
bullet with his blue magic, and then drops
Wiccan
and he
Billy.
like throws the bullet on the ground, and then Monica's like, I like your moves, and then Tommy and Billy are like, thanks, we like yours too.
Right? They're like super
Or
cool
your
with it.
ears are cool too.
Right, yours are cool too. Hayward starts to charge on them with his gun. Not gun, his car, sorry. And he just go
Yeah.
up
So
and
he runs to go get back in the
I
truck,
said
and he
gun.
turns around, and goes to start
Yeah.
driving at them, and then who comes in but fucking Darcy?
Kat Dennings, my queen.
Boom!
can
In the
just,
ice
like,
cream truck.
in the ice cream truck from last episode during the like all that situation and stuff, and like, oh, so no, the episode before last, sorry, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
like, so good. Took her long enough, not gonna lie, but I get it. Agnes was doing it, but she does it right. Like, and we cut back to the library where it is Vision and Vision, White Vision, talking about Theseus's ship, which is, if you guys
Yeah.
don't
I
know,
don't I
yeah,
don't know the Theseus ship stuff, so I'll
okay.
let you take over there.
I was gonna say it. If you don't know about the Theseus ship stuff, you can attribute it to the Abraham's axe thing, where it is,
I don't know that either.
or not Abraham's. Yeah, Abraham's, yes, but it's supposed to be called Lincoln's axe. I don't know why I said Abraham's axe. It's Lincoln's axe or Washington's axe. Jesus fuck.
Is it Washington's?
Yeah, because he did the cherry tree. Washington's axe. And it's, you have Washington's axe.
Yeah, Washington's axe.
But one day,
You search Washington's axe and it goes straight to ship of Theseus.
it's the same thing. If you have the axe, the handle breaks, you replace the handle, but then years later the axe breaks and you replace that. Is it still Washington's axe? Like,
Oh, you could attribute that to Thor's hammer.
hell, straight up though. But that's what it is. That's the situation. So it's the same thing. Theseus' ship was taken back. You've gotten it, but the wood rotted and had to be replaced. And after such and such time, if you've replaced all the wood, is it really Theseus' ship anymore? Or is it just a whole new ship?
Or if you restore all the wood and replace it with itself, is it still Theseus's ship?
Exactly. If the wood was not rotted and you put it back, would it still be? So Vision knows.
No,
he's
took
not
out all the
Vision.
rot, restored it, and put it back. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, no, that was the exact quote. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Vision knows he's not the original at this point. He realizes
Well,
this.
he knew that beforehand, but
That's, well, yeah.
I think
but
he
mean,
realized
like,
that in the Halloween
realized.
episode when he started breaking apart as he left the hex. Because
No,
he was
100%.
already
100%.
super sus about what's going on. I can't believe I just said sus, but
I was just about to say, you playing Among Us, son?
I still
Hashtag
haven't played it
super
once,
sus.
not even once.
I have.
Not
If you
saying I
guys come back
won't,
to
but
Anything Geek, you can go play. You can go watch us play it for about 7 hours. It's all good. But
you have a 7-hour Among Us stream.
I think so, 6:58 or so. To be honest, it was with Nub and all them. But yeah.
Moving on.
So yeah. Vision has always known, but this is where us as the audience knows that he does know. This is the official, like, here's the canon. He did know. We're not just theorizing anymore. He knows he's not the original.
Yeah.
And he takes his memory because he knows about basically being a sentient android robot. He can pass that along.
It's like White Vision is the body of Vision, so he still has
Yeah.
all of Vision's memories stored in his databanks. He's just locked.
Yes.
Vision or White Vision's
Yes.
consciousness is just completely locked away from it. So what I think Vision did was he unlocked
Exactly.
all of that because Vision is still Jarvis, and he's
Yeah.
still computer.
Well, and even so, he's been unlocking people's memory ever since like 3 episodes ago, right? So like
Yeah,
that makes a whole bunch of sense, and I love that. So then we cut back to after White Vision's blue kind of chip, because it's not a stone or anything, it's like a chip,
yeah,
was replaced with the Mind Stone colored orange one.
yellow. Soulstone's
I'm,
orange.
that makes sense. That makes more sense. But I always get the soul in the Mind Stone because again, it gave Vision a soul, so that's where my brain kind of goes. But it also gave him a mind, so that's why I'm so torn all the time.
Yeah.
That's where my brain kind of goes back and forth from like A wire to B wire. Wanda taps into Agnes at this point and brings her back into a memory.
Oh, that's right. She goes all
Yeah.
Age of Ultron nightmare
Yeah.
shit on her.
Here we go. We're gonna get broken Cap shield and a distraught alcoholic Tony Stark. Let's go.
So yeah, we go back to
Yeah.
actually the beginning of the previous episode, on, and
watch it on my channel
or
our channel. Sorry.
Yeah, watch it on
Our
Anything
channel.
Geek. So yeah, and so Agnes is back on the stake. All the bodies are laying around her dead, and then Wanda comes in and starts saying something. I can't exactly remember what she said though.
I only got from my notes is what Agnes said is that you did this on purpose.
She didn't do it on purpose though.
That's the thing, and then she starts to say, "I beg you, don't do this."
Yeah, that was a ruse at first. That was her buying time so she could take control of the
right.
That's
exactly it.
her.
And
she reanimated the bodies, and you got all these dead zombie bodies walking at Wanda witches. like the people in Westview were.
Yeah, see, that's what the returning motif is that look, Agnes is bringing people under her abilities into this zombie kind of state. So, again, she's not playing checkers. She's up on 4D chess, and she's doing it that way, and she's 17 steps ahead kind of thing, where she knows what she's doing is what I'm feeling that this is what it's going to turn into. Like, she knows way more than she let up. And she starts begging her not to do that. And again, she turns the table, and the zombie witches start dragging Wanda onto the stake in Salem.
Yeah, and then they lock her up with the blue magic, again.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go back and add to when Wiccan did all the little mind trick on the sword soldiers, the sword agents. It was blue.
It was absolutely blue.
So it has to be red for Wanda because she is the Scarlet Witch and she controls chaos magic. Yeah. But her son Wiccan, as far as I know from what you've told me from the comics, he's just he's a Wiccan. He just has regular magic.
But he's actually sidestepping really quickly. He does get trained by the Sorcerer Supreme, who happens to be Doctor Strange, into being one of the most powerful magic users in Marvel. So
really,
yeah. So just kind of throwing that little comic tidbit out there, kind of thing, where, you know,
Multiverse of Madness.
100%. I can't wait. Wanda's a mistake, and then they're kind of like doing the thing and blast. I think that they're blasting her at this point, and then we start seeing.
No,
Wanda.
I don't think they. No, they were just holding her.
I was gonna say
they were holding her, and they were said it has been written. It is as it was foretold, or something like that.
Yeah, basically saying that like, hey, you're a bad witch. We're gonna kill you.
That's right. They at first, before they put her on the stake, they're like, "You're a witch. You're the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, and then the part where I freaked out, we get to see Wanda's mask appear in the
Oh
chaos magic,
yeah, that was super cool.
and she blasts all the witches away. And Agnes is tempting Wanda with freedom, but no, she blasts them away, and she's back into Westview. Because Agnes is like tempting her with like, give us your magic and you'll be free and blah 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 blah. Nope, Scarlet Witch, baby, blasts them back, and she's in Westview again.
I'm actually gonna go to that scene because I want to
Do
know
it.
if Wanda's or not Wanda's, if Agnes's mother still has the brooch on.
Ooh, very nice idea, bro.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I like that.
Let's see.
Because we're getting to one of the most action-packed, kick-ass scenes soon, so I can't wait for this one. Talk about this one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so they're all pointing at Wanda, and they're like, "You're
Wanda.
a witch. You're a witch." Why does somebody keep turning off my subtitles? Got
Because
this
again,
silent so I don't. Yeah, you are the Scarlet Witch. So it is written. So it is foretold.
If this gets into a
Because
part where
Wanda
we
is
find
wearing
out,
the brooch, or Agnes is wearing the brooch, but no, her mother is not. So the brooch is still gone from her mother because Agnes is now the only witch from that coven, and then they're
So this is
attaching
after
Wanda to
this.
the thing.
This is a good thing because this proves that
And
this
then
is
Agnes
after.
says something funny. Not, I wouldn't say funny, but something interesting. She says, "Power isn't your problem; it's your knowledge."
That makes okay, because she doesn't know. She was created. Well, she was. I'm going to say born with it, but she was born
Maybe
a
it
witch.
was also Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Again, covering my bases here.
Yeah.
But again, she may have been born a witch or Wiccan, but the stone gave her the Scarlet Witch chaos magic.
Yeah,
Or like
I
made
still
her.
want to know how exactly that works. Like if she was born as the Scarlet Witch, but her powers were not honed, so it wasn't
But
until
again,
she was exposed to the Mind Stone that the Mind Stone saw into her mind
yeah,
and amplified those powers that she barely knew she had.
exactly. Or again, on the same topic, my biggest thing is why does her twin brother also have abilities if she wasn't like born with it? They were born with it. I don't think the Mind
Well,
Stone
but
gave her.
we don't know that about Pietro though.
That's the thing. I'm gonna say he may have been something, but he never knew about it. And then,
But
like
if
you said,
Wanda was the
the
only one
stone
up
opened it up.
until then that was able to withstand the Mind Stone,
That's the
because
thing,
all of their
right?
other test subjects had failed. Wanda was the
That's
first
why
success, so maybe
I'm
Pietro
lean.
was born with it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm leaning towards their mutants. I'm still holding on to that
I'm with
mutant
you.
vibe,
I'm with you on that one. I
right?
just didn't think that we were going to
100%.
see Magneto in this show, which we didn't.
No, of course. But I'm saying that mutants are still up on the table. That is, like, again, comics. Wanda and Quicksilver and Pietro were both mutants. So, like, this, I'm saying these seeds are being planted, which is beautiful, and I love it. They're so smart. So we get the witch fight pretty quickly after this.
Yes, we do, because Wanda finally has enough of what
Fucking
Agnes is doing to
done.
her, so she blasts the witches away, and then like
Yeah.
flies into Agnes, and they fly out of the nightmare and off the side of the building.
And then back into Westview.
Yeah, and
Boom.
back into Westview, and then they're having
Was
their big old witch fight. This is
Ag-
after Agnes had told her that, like, she says, "Give me your power." And
you want my
here, hold on,
power?
let me see what she says. She
Yeah,
says,
give me the exact quote with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so she says, "Give me your power and I will correct the flaws of your original spell."
Want my
And then
power.
Wanda kind of she's starting to lose it. And you and your family and the people of Westview can all live together in peace, which is
Mhm.
obviously a lie. And
Oh
no one will
God,
ever
yeah.
have to feel this pain again. And then that's when Wanda freaks out and yeah, she's like going all like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up,"
You
and then
want
she
my power?
blasts them away, and then flies into Agnes, and then they leave, and then that's
Then
when
take
Wanda
it.
starts just pummeling her
You want my
with
power?
her red
Then
wiggly
take
woos. Well,
it.
now they're like
And
red
that's
friggin' power balls,
hmm
and she's like, "I don't
so
want
good.
this power. You take it. You take
And
my
that's
power."
I can't wait. Like I can't wait to get like an attribution to that where it's just like she's just giving it her all. She's like, "You want it? Have it."
Yeah, you
And
can
she just
take all of this. So yeah, you
like
got a good like 3 minutes of Wanda just
pummeling our
blasting
girl.
Agnes. She's missing too, and she's hitting the walls of the hex. So we go outside of the hex, and you can see Jimmy
No,
staring. Or she, what?
is she missing? Or is she actually
That's
doing something to the
boom,
wall
boom,
right there?
boom.
Yeah, I was
So
as soon as you said that, I looked at my next note and I was like,
uh huh,
wait a second, she
yep.
wasn't missing.
No, she wasn't missing. You know what she was doing? She was casting her own magic runes, like the ones we
Yeah.
saw in Agatha's basement last episode.
Holy crap! What?
Yep. Yep.
She wasn't missing. She
Only the
was
caster of the runes can use their magic within them. Thanks
smart,
for the
smart,
lesson.
smart Wanda. Learning what
Yep.
she is pulling a
Because
Tony Stark.
now we're kind of jumping back and forth here because Agnes is obviously absorbing the magic that she's being
Yeah,
hit with, and she's getting
yeah.
all powerful, and then eventually Wanda comes in with this big blast of
Yeah.
magic, and
Agnes.
it's like 50 million times the level of the Priori Incantatum of Harry Potter and Voldemort.
Yes, you're not wrong.
and uh,
Um,
and so yeah,
but what happens?
Agnes
Yeah.
absorbs all of this power and
And we
completely
actually see
drains Wanda
Wanda
of her life force.
looking very old.
Very old, like
Like,
like
ooh.
Red Woman old when she takes off her necklace.
Oh my God, yeah,
What a
Melisandre.
horrifying scene that was.
I'd still do it, whatever. She saw it
Yeah, hey,
with
as
the
long as she's
necklace.
got the
So.
fucking amulet on.
Right? I was gonna say she's alright. I'd
Yeah.
still go for it. But
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, now Wanda's all feeling all frail, and Agatha now has all this power within her, and she goes to just unleash hell on Wanda.
oh,
She goes
she's nothing.
nothing, and
Nada.
she goes more nothing, and she's like, whoa,
Nah.
what the hell is going on? And then that's when Wanda, it pans back over to Wanda, and her face starts going all unwrinkled and coming back to life,
Oh, so well looking.
and then
Her
that's when
eyes glow
she,
red.
hey,
Her eyes glow red as
her
well
eyes
at this
glow
point
red,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's
Yes.
when she says, "The caster of the runes is the only one that can use their
Ah,
powers within them." And
the
then
fact
she
that
says, thanks for the lesson."
we saw her missing and put two and two together is very good because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, she wasn't missing.
No,
Those
she
are
was
the times
casting
she
her
threw the
runes.
runes out. Smart girl.
So fucking smart. Like the
Wow.
writing in
Again,
this show is impeccable.
Agnes may be playing 4D chess, but Scarlet Witch is playing 3D chess, so she's still going to get a couple upper hands every once in a while. And that is fantastic.
No, I think at that point, I think Wanda's playing 5D chess.
Ooh, at that point, yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. I like
Wanda
that.
doesn't. She's a step behind up until she kind of realizes what she can do.
And this is where we see Scarlet Witch go full helmet
Full helmet,
with
full
with
costume,
this
full
full.
awesome.
And I believe Agnes is like, no, 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 no. Full chaos just kind of erupts from our girl Wanda, and I'm Wow, it drains Agnes at this point.
Yeah, it completely
She starts
drains
getting drained.
Agnes of her power. Wanda starts bringing all of her power back, plus Agnes's,
And then some, like,
and then some.
mm,
And
it's
then,
so,
and then we thought the hex broke at that point, but it
Yes, I
didn't.
do have in my notes that, is this no more hex, question mark?
Yeah,
Like, is this
but
where it ends here?
no, we find out later
No.
on that the hex is still up, and that's a very important
Yeah.
part. We'll get there because heartbreak number 5 million of this episode.
Yeah. Okay. Really quick. My notes after we said about the no more hex question mark is, oh my god, I love her outfit. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that right now.
yeah.
Scarlet
I
Witch,
was gonna
baby.
try and figure out a way
Yeah.
to quickly get Wanda in her costume, like in between our panels, without having to
Oh
resize
yeah.
it. But
True. I know, right?
yeah,
Ugh. Either or. If you donate down below, you'll get something. So
yeah,
wow. Again, like my notes say, I love her outfit. Oh my god, her outfit. Oh my god. Because
yes,
this is Scarlet Witch, baby. We are actually getting our MCU Scarlet Witch outfit. Not the costume in the Halloween episode, not the trench coat and stuff she wore in other episodes of the Marvel Most Expensive TV series. We are getting 100% our look at Scarlet Witch, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, dude.
oh yeah, it's freaking great.
Wow.
There we
Wow.
go.
So pretty. And you know what? If you look at the WandaVision thing on Disney Plus, like the background image, she's wearing that outfit. So like we've known all
Yes.
along.
Well, even like the
Obviously.
when like after the credits are over and it just shows like WandaVision, how it's like got all the
Mhm.
TV sets over her and Vision.
Yeah. That's what I
Her
was saying.
arm is wearing
That's
the
it.
gauntlet. Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. Because you see her chest as the same kind of
Yeah.
lacy, like, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, we've known all along. I'm just so happy to actually see it in full view. And,
Yeah.
like,
This
yes,
is it right here.
right here is our Scarlet Witch, and we're going to see her for years
It's
to come.
not a very good quality image, but I'm gonna shrink it down and keep it in frame because of how
See,
freaking
like,
awesome it is.
look at how absolutely amazing it is. And again, with the lacy neck thing and like the red in the center and stuff, we've always known this from the promotional photos. We've known this was going to be it. No one has ever seen this in the full body view where it's like, yes, this is it. This is our Scarlet Witch. She has the freaking helmet. Like again, in the Halloween episode, she got the Scarlet Witch outfit, and it was super adorable.
Which was
Because,
super
again,
great because Vision was wearing his comic book outfit.
I know. Quicksilver as well with the hair up.
Yeah, with the hair all
And
like I've just been
Wiccan.
running at the speed of light for an hour.
And Wiccan got his with the bandana and stuff, but Speed didn't. Speed kind of went with Quicksilver. They were both kind of in that vibe.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a Speed outfit, but we did get Wiccan, and we did get Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Vision. So that's oh my god, what a beautiful, totally body fulfilling costume.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go full frat boy here for a second. Before Wanda Maximoff, one, I didn't know who the fuck Elizabeth Olsen was, and two, I thought she kind of just looked like her sisters. But now, I know that she is the hottest and most talented
Straight up,
of
though.
the Olsen sisters.
Straight up, though. I'll agree. Agree. Straight up.
I mean, I still can't put her ahead of ScarJo.
Oh, don't even put them in the same league. It's all
well, you have to because they're both fucking Avengers.
You're not wrong, but I mean, like, one can take control of me, and the other one I can take. Never mind. That's what you're saying.
Threesome. So, but if we're gonna be real here, unfortunately, one's dead.
One's dead. One was sacrificed for the stone.
Stupid. Fucking stupid. Stupid. Should
Oh
have been
well.
Barton.
Hey,
Should have been Barton.
hey, we're gonna get no.
I mean,
because we need someone to
no, it
teach
shouldn't
Kate
have been
Bishop.
Barton because he has a family and he's got something to live for.
Mhm.
Whereas
And
Natasha kind of only really had Banner. Which I
unfortunately,
still wish
yeah.
something happened. I'm mad that Banner and Natasha never hooked up.
I'll link you a porn video so that
I don't
you'll get
need
what you
that.
need.
I'm not looking for Hulk porn. No, I just
I'll
think it
link
would
you
have
a
been
video that
I
needs
mean,
it. It'll
I
get
love
all
the
your
arc that they
information down.
had, but I think I
It
I
never
think they
was
could have
finished.
taken that arc a little bit further.
It was never finished to the point where they got together. It was finished where I learned this from
Well,
you, and you learned this from
it was
me.
over after the final lullaby, which wasn't really a lullaby. It was her being like, "Hey, you need to turn this plane around, but you're a Hulk, and
In
you're gonna shut me off, and you're gonna take off on me because you're an
I was gonna
asshole."
say in Ragnarok we got a bit of it as well.
Well,
With
yeah,
the
because
whole like he checking out
he
his
goes and
last
opens
messages
up
and stuff.
the thing inside the Quinjet
Did
and
we ever
sees the
get an?
message.
I don't think we ever got an Endgame thing where it was like he realized she was dead and he was sad about it. I don't think actually we got that.
Banner?
Banner. Did
Dude,
we?
he hucked a fucking bench across the lake.
Yeah, but I mean,
As soon
like
as
there
they
was never
came back
like
from getting all the
yeah,
stones,
he was
Barton was
pissed.
like,
Again,
she's
no,
gone.
again.
And then Hulk was just like, boom, punches the ground.
Again, that's hulky, but not bannery.
That, I think, was, well, I mean, because Hulk also had some sort of feeling for Natasha. Because she was the only one that could snap him out of the thing.
Again, I'll show you a video.
Dude, I'm
www.pornhub.com/video.
not looking for Hulk porn. I mean, obviously everybody wonders how the hell that would work, but no, I'm not looking for Hulk porn in the middle of my stream.
Good man. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Just
See,
send it to
the
me
fact
later,
I
man.
didn't say the P word.
Just send it to me later.
Okay, I won't tell anybody. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, okay. But straight up though, there was never really. I don't know. Again, he was angry, but that's Hulk. Hulk be angry. So like
Yeah.
again, right? Like I never got like a Banner sitting there and being like, I really liked her and like I wanted something with her, but I didn't get that.
There was no closure.
No closure. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
perfect. We never have closure. And again, her outfit comes out and she's going up towards Agnes, and we see.
Yeah, we're moving on now.
Yeah,
here, I'm just clicking through to that part.
The Great and Powerful on the theater marquee.
Yes, Oz the Great and Power. Our second Wizard of Oz reference.
Our second Wizard reference. And what would this one mean? Because it's a remake in 2013 of the second one, I believe. Or is it a prequel? I don't even know.
I never saw it, so I have no idea.
Neither did I. I didn't.
I've
care
seen the
for
Wizard
it.
of Oz. Like I've seen the first Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, 100%. Same. I even saw the other one where they had like the guys on rollerblades and giant arms and legs and crawling around. It was horrifying. I even saw that one, Return to Oz. I even saw that one.
Ugh, I didn't see that one. I didn't even. Honestly, up until I saw that thing for the Great Return of Oz or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, whatever one's on the marquee.
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah, that
there
one.
There you
go. Like I knew that one came out way back in the day, but I always forgot about it. The only one I really ever know is a thing is Wizard of Oz, because
I knew about the second one.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay, off topic. If you guys ever watched The Angry Video Game Nerd, watch his Wizard of Oz review, muted, and then listening to the same album. He does the same thing. It's fantastic.
Wait, he syncs himself up with the Dark Side of the Moon?
He does. Angry Video Game Nerd's episode about the Wizard of Oz does also sync up with Dark Side of the Moon.
Really? Okay, that's the next one me and Dave are doing then.
It's so good.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay, so you go through the next scene. I got to take a quick run.
Quick run, sir?
To the bathroom.
Okay, well, why don't you do the be right back, and I'll come
Okay,
back
yeah,
to you.
yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
gotta do
Well,
some stuff
well, I'll
too.
be right back. Enjoy some Star Wars picture. Vader fighting
Demonetize
Ahsoka.
us.
I found this image when I was looking for wallpapers, and it is super cool. It's my wallpaper right now. So if you want it, DM me and I'll send it to you, or I'll just send you what you need to look for, and so you can get it yourself. Because I don't like taking credit for other people's images. Anyways, be right back. Okay, we are back. I think Frosty's back.
Hello.
Okay, so moving on. Agnes is on the ground after we think the hex went down, but it
Yeah.
didn't actually go down. Wanda floats herself down, and she starts talking to Agnes. What is she saying
Oh.
there, Frosty?
Well, basically, she is turning Agnes back into the show, and she's telling her that, hey, if this is what you want, here you go. You are now the nosy neighbor character that you started as. Which,
Well, no,
again,
we gotta go back a second here because
what's
when
up?
when Wanda brings her down, Agnes is
Hmm.
like, "Good girl." She's like, "So what now? You just gonna kill me? You gonna
Hmm.
lock me up somewhere?" And Wanda's like,
Exactly.
"No, no, not somewhere, not somewhere. Here."
Here. Exactly.
Yeah.
But with what we get in the next scene, this is what throws my mind on us getting like. Never mind. Okay, so it's time we should head home, she says to her family. And the hex is there, but the hex is slowly closing in. We still see the car crashed into what you think is Agnes's house. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
yes as well.
this is after Wanda zaps her back into Agnes, and like, I gotta cut here because I told Frosty to make a note about this earlier.
Do
Um,
it. Oh, please do.
the
I did.
way
I
that
did.
Catherine Hahn is able to the way like because what happens is Wanda just does a little bit of magic and turns Agatha Harkness back into Agnes, the nosy neighbor, and that's
Yes.
how she's gonna be like now she's the only one that's under Wanda's spell, and so
But
she
that's what we're
is
saying.
Agnes that lives in Westview, and she is the nosy neighbor, and her husband's name is Ralph, and
Mhm.
yeah, just the way that
Mm,
Catherine Hahn is able to flip characters like
incredible.
that in the middle
Uh,
of a take, just
I
going
mean,
from
she.
complete witch straight back to
I mean, she
innocent
did have different
suburban
outfits on.
nosy neighbor. Like
She did have.
it is remarkable how good of an actress she is.
Again, I love that, and it's incredible. But again, she had different outfits on, so I'm gonna say that may have been a cut take.
It could have been a cut take, but
But
I don't know,
again,
the way it was
the
done, it
range.
almost looks like it was
Yeah,
just a CGI thing.
exactly. The range is still incredible.
Yeah.
So good, so
Now,
good.
if it was a cut, then regardless,
The
Catherine Hahn is an
range, yeah,
amazing actress.
exactly,
The way that she was able to play an
exactly,
innocent nosy neighbor and an absolute
100%.
demon witch,
100%. No,
is just
100%.
remarkable.
Like, that range is on par with, like,
And I got to give it to Elizabeth Olsen too, the
Shaggy
way that she was
Rogers.
able to portray so many different decades of sitcom actresses.
Mhm.
Like that
Me
is
and
just so good.
I was watching the first couple episodes with someone, and like that was the first thing we were like talking about was like, wow, she can do like 1950s housewife very well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, my husband, and like moving on,
My
like
husband with an indestructible head.
flash cut to Thanos just ripping his brain apart. But yeah. So the hex is closing in. They think they should head home.
Hmm.
This is where everyone starts kind of like welling up. We kind of giggle because we see the car that was
Still,
thrown
yeah, we're
earlier
like
in the
car's
episode,
still sitting in the living room.
and like they go home. We see the hex, and we're in the boys' bedroom while they're being tucked in, and this is it.
They're just
We're
having
very
this very heartfelt
yeah.
conversation with their boys, making sure that they don't know what the hell is about to happen. Not like it really matters
I
in the
got
end, but I think it's just for Wanda's appeasement.
yeah. I was gonna say, I got a huge vibe of the end of the Mist, where he's like pretending to his boy that nothing's not so bad, but he's gonna shoot him in the head. And
Yeah, I stopped watching The Mist about halfway through because I couldn't bear it anymore.
dog, watch the ending. It's the funniest thing.
Is it
But
okay? Because that was a
it's
horrible movie.
hilarious. It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
Watch the ending.
that movie was
You'll
just
laugh.
horribly done. I never read the
I like the
novel.
Mist.
I never read Stephen King's book, but that
Yeah, I
I
like
could
the
not get
Mist.
into that movie.
I hated The Happening, but that was a different kind of vibe. But I like the
Yeah,
Mist.
I
But
don't know.
again, so we, what is it? We're very proud of you both because they did well protecting their mom and dad in this fight,
Yeah,
even though they're honestly not real right now.
it still hurts,
They
man. It still fucking
it
hurts.
it fucking hurts. I'm still thinking about it. Like, wow, family is forever. You know, like that's what they
Yeah,
say.
yeah. That's
Like,
what Wanda says is family is
mm-hmm,
forever. And
mm-hmm.
here I need to find that line because I don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, give me the quote.
Um,
I'm the note guy. You've got the episode up, so we got to
yeah,
bounce.
you know, family is forever. And where is it? We could never truly leave each other, even if we tried.
Mm.
And then she looks at Wiccan and she's like, you, or she looks at Speed and she's like, you know that, right? And he
Yeah.
nods, and then she kisses Wiccan on the head, and
We see the hex kind of coming in
the
and
Hex is kind of
closing
coming
slowly.
in, and Vision and Wanda switch sides, and she rustles Speed into bed like she's kind of like locking him into bed so he can't speed
'Cause
away.
if he ran out of the hex, then like that's another pain that she needs to deal with, right?
Yeah,
Like
and you can see
hold
Vision in the doorway, just the way his mouth is. He's fighting back tears. He's fighting
harsh,
back tears, man. I mean,
harsh.
all of us are too. At
We're
this
all
point, we're
hurt.
all hurt. We
We're
don't want
all
to see
hurt.
these boys go. We don't want to see Vision go away. We want to see Wanda and Vision and Tommy and Billy live out the rest of their life in
Happy
Westview,
ending,
happily ever after.
right? And even let them escape when their parents die and they become young Avengers. It's like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
in the future that makes sense. But thank you for choosing me to
and
be.
your mom.
That's it right there. That's what
Hmm.
that was the shattering of the heart right there. Because you know, again, it's like the I know you're not gonna make it, but thank you.
Yeah.
We're here together.
So yeah, no, we go. Wanda
We
and
see more
Vision
of
go
the
down
hex.
to the living room, and you can see the hex is starting to come back through real Westview, and you're seeing real Westview start appearing.
And the family photo.
Yeah,
Oh
actually,
God, I'm gonna cry.
oh yeah, and then on the marquee as the hex comes
Hmm.
through is the Tannhauser gate put the fun in dysfunction. And what did you find for that?
Nothing yet.
No.
I actually heard about this part. I believe in my notes. It's way after one of the credit scenes.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Anyways, so yeah, Wanda goes and starts turning off the lights. She obviously knows what's about to happen, so she's just not loving it. And then Vision comes and turns on a light, and he's like, "Oh, I read somewhere that it's bad luck to say goodbye in the dark." And Wanda's
He didn't
like,
read that.
"No, you know you didn't." He's like, "No, no, I didn't." But I'd just like to see your face. I'd like to see you, I think
Yeah.
is what he said. Yeah, she's like, no, you didn't. And
Um.
he's like, he smiles and he's like, no, no.
What am I?
Perhaps not. Perhaps I wanted to see you clearly.
Hmm.
And she just kind of looks at him, and she's like, and he's like,
Hmm.
and there you are. And
Hmm.
that's when I started getting all tingly and started welling up really bad.
I
Because
know.
now
You
I
get
know
like.
what the fuck is about to happen.
Mm-hmm. The
Uh,
hex is coming in.
yeah.
What am I?
Yeah,
From Vision.
what am I is what he says. Um,
And then
he
this
says,
is like.
Wanda, I know we can't stay like this. But before
Mm-hmm.
I go, I feel I must know, what am I? She says,
And
you, Vision, are the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in
that
me.
lives with me. And they
God
kiss.
damn it.
Uh-huh. I
You're a
know. I've
body of
grabbed.
wires and blood and bone that I created. You are my sadness and my hope.
Mm, we're getting just closure for now.
But mostly, you're my love.
Visions, like, they start to kiss.
And I noticed at this point, when Vision reaches up and brushes Wanda's hair behind her ear,
Mm-hmm.
he still has the wedding ring on.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't see her left hand, so I don't know if she's wearing hers too, but I would imagine so.
Probably.
And then
So long.
Vision sheds a single tear from
Yeah.
his animatronic body.
We get the who knows what I might be next scene. But the fact that
I have
Vision
been
is
a voice
tearing
with
out.
no body, a body but not human, and now a memory made real. And then Wanda sheds a tear. Who
That's
knows
what
what I
people
might
cry
be
out.
next?
That's where I was like, that's where my heart is right there.
Yeah. And then Wanda's lip
10,000 people just.
quivers, and Vision watches the hex coming in. We have said goodbye before, so it stands to reason we'll say hello again. I missed that part the first
So,
time, but holy fuck.
so
Oh my
long,
god.
darling. So long, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
wow.
like I said, I've never felt so much emotion in 37 minutes of television.
Mm-mm. To go from hype, angry, stoked, excited, to sad, and just thinking about your own mortality and your own life within just this amount of TV show is incredible.
Yeah. And then, once everything disappears, Wanda is standing back in the empty plot with
Yeah,
just a foundation and her red
yeah.
Buick.
The same thing we saw in the last episode that, like, that's what started it all.
Yeah. And then
So nothing.
she goes back and she walks through Westview with her hood up, all very very Sokovia style. I
Mm-hmm.
feel,
100%.
and everybody's just staring at her with this absolute hatred. And she walks up to Monica,
Mm-hmm. And she's so
and
photog.
Monica's like, they'll never know the sacrifice you made for them. And then Wanda
Mm-hmm.
says something along the lines of, even if they knew, they wouldn't look at me any different.
And then I had
and then
your
she asks
power.
Monica, "Do you still hate me?"
Hmm.
And she's like, "Nah, I don't
Nah.
hate you. We good."
But if I had your power,
Yeah, if I had your power and your ability, I would bring my mom back. I know I would.
Maria Rambo.
Maria Rambo. What was her nickname again, or her call sign?
Photon.
It was
Funnily enough.
hers was Photon.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
That's what she's gonna take it from, I
Okay,
think.
cool. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and then so Wanda takes off just as the FBI are rolling up, but the
Yeah.
FBI get up and they're like, or it's not the FBI, it's Sword, I believe, and a lady walks up and she's like, Captain Rambo, they're waiting for you inside the theater.
It was I believe it was the FBI because the FBI to us on Earth is good, while Sword on Earth is bad.
Yeah,
So I believe this
yeah.
is
Here,
the
Wanda takes off. She flies away. It actually
mhm,
looks sort of corny, but like it should fit
100%.
into a TV show. Yeah, she takes one look back at Westview, and then roll credits.
And this is it, yeah.
Roll credits. We go through the same pixelated credits that we see the first time with the house and the rings and the flower and all of that, and then we get to the
Mm,
mid credits scene,
yeah.
and then Jimmy Woo's all like, "Hey, everybody, go do your jobs and call an evidence collection and go talk to Miguel." And then he's like, "Ah, hey, Monica, how's it going?" And then she's all like,
Mhm.
"Ah, power looks good on you, Jimmy." Because now,
And
obviously,
yeah,
Hayward's been frickin' arrested for what he's done.
yeah.
And
This
so,
is yeah, this is where we get
yeah,
the Hayward arrested, Captain Rambo scene, and then
yeah.
we get the Tannhauser gate, put the fun in dysfunction.
Yeah. So yeah, the soldier walks up. And she's like, Captain Rambo, they're waiting for you in the theater. And so that both of them go into the theater, and they Monica's just kind of walking around. She's like, okay, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, that soldier turns into
A
a freaking
scroll.
Skrull. Like,
Yeah.
come on, a Skrull? That's our big reveal. That's our big fucking reveal, Marvel. Give me a break here. You hype us up for this big giant cameo. Elizabeth Olsen's like, oh yeah, we can expect a big giant cameo. And then Paul Bettany's just being a goddamn troll over here, being like, yeah, I'm the cameo.
It
But I'm not
me.
going to tell you.
Um, and again, the whole Elizabeth Olsen saying it's on the same line of Luke Skywalker
I don't think
in the
she said
Mando.
that. I think Cinema Blend decided to, like, spin it like that.
It's actually that's been quoted on everything that she said.
She said Luke
So
Skywalker level?
uh,
Okay, no, get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
I was gonna say I've seen everywhere that
No, for
yeah
that to be
that's been done.
Luke Skywalker level cameo on television, like,
Mm-mm,
yes, it's Disney Plus. It's only available via subscription. But on television, it better be
mm-mm,
fucking Stephen Strange.
100%. Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Anybody like that? Anybody like that? Yeah, I was found by an old friend of your mother's.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Hmm.
yeah, an old friend of your mother sent me to get you. They want to talk to you. And
Right,
and
and we're getting.
she's like, where? And the scroll, which I really do think that it's Talos's wife, the one
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
saved up on the station. And
I
yeah,
can see that.
and so she points up, and then I think that's the end of that credit scene.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's the
and
end of that credit scene.
what I'm gonna give for final thoughts on that scene, the fact that she pointed up is proving that in Far From Home, where Nick Fury is actually on a base in space, that's the real sword.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The sword on Earth are the bad guys. Well,
yeah, they're not
bad
right.
guys because, as we know from Star Wars,
Yeah,
good and bad is a point of view.
it's hey,
Um,
welcome to being gray. We're
yeah,
human.
yeah.
Surprise.
I know
So
gray Jedi's are
100%.
not canon, but I identify as a gray Jedi. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, she points up, and I
Yeah, and
guess
that's the
that's where
last.
Photon's gonna go. And I think
Yeah,
eventually we're gonna get a Captain Marvel Photon something.
if we get a Captain Marvel 2, that's where
If we take anything
we're
from
gonna
this
get.
mid credit scene that we do
Yeah,
from the entire MCU, we know this is leading to something.
something. Yeah, we're either gonna. I don't think we're getting Photon alone. Movie. I'm thinking we're getting Captain Marvel 2
Well,
with
exactly, because I'm pretty sure they've already
Monica,
talked about Captain Marvel 2.
and that's
And
gonna have
which, I
Monica in
mean,
it.
it needs to happen. I mean, I know not a whole
100%.
ton of people liked that movie, but it's
I
a good
loved it.
movie. It's a
I
great
thought it was
movie. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, because you
I thought
came
it
and
was
saw it with us,
fantastic.
didn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
you,
I thought it
me,
was fantastic.
Skylar, Jessa, and Brian, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
And we all thought it was fantastic. We
Yeah.
listened to
No.
podcasts on the way there and back because of how
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
it
Lights,
was.
camera, barstool. You guys want Marvel
Hey,
reviews for
yeah.
movies? Go check out Lights, camera, barstool. I
If you
know they
guys
don't
want
get a good
Marvel
rap up here
reviews,
in liberal Canada, but whatever. Go check them out.
If you want Marvel reviews for anything else, go to youtube.com/anything_geek or look up that thing on our Discord as well, because we'll actually be better than everybody else.
I
but
was actually almost
yeah,
kind of
no,
thinking of going through and doing some breakdowns of old movies, but
why not, right? Let's
why not just
do
wait for the
entire
new stuff?
Infinity
Because
Saga.
in 2 weeks, we're going to be back here for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So hyped
But
for that. So hyped
anyways,
for
we
that.
have one more mid-credit, or we have one more
This
credit
is the
scene to get
post.
to.
Yeah, this is the post
This is
credit right
post-credit
here.
scene. So we start flying through this beautiful mountain landscape that looks very familiar to Frosty pointed out earlier, like a northwestern Canada
Yeah,
kind of vibe. Mountains, snow, trees.
a lot of
And
like trees
in the
that we have
distance,
around here.
as this shot comes flying through, it's almost like a drone shot. It comes flying through, and
Drone.
out in the distance is this lone house, just this
It
lone
reminded me.
house.
It
And
reminded me of Wolverine's kind of like
it really
situation,
did,
right?
and just drawing to the fact that Dexter's coming back for season 9, it kind of gave me a Dexter vibe, because that
Fair.
horrible ending was just horrible.
It was
I'm
not
gonna
fun.
kill my sister and become a lumberjack.
Not fun.
No, that was stupid.
Just got an extra vibe to it.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, it pans through to this house, and Wanda's sitting on the steps outside, drinking her coffee, and she stands up and goes to go
She's
back
got her
inside, and
jammies on.
then the shot pans past her into the house, and around
Into
the
the
corner in
cabin.
the house, or the cabin or whatever, and we see red chaos magic floating around, and we see
Yeah.
Wanda. Not the Wanda from outside, but the Wanda from
No.
inside, floating cross-legged in the air, reading
Full
the
Scarlet Witch outfit.
Darkhold.
Reading the Darkhold. Full Scarlet Witch outfit. Lots of chaos magic around her. Like, her mind's there while her body and soul are outside. Like, that, she's powerful.
Yeah.
She is
So powerful. I was really, really hoping that we would pan around the corner and we'd see Stephen Strange. But that didn't happen. I was holding out to the very end for my Doctor Strange.
Same.
I was so confident it was going to be him, especially when Agnes referenced the Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Which really, really makes me think of Tenacious D.
Right.
Burrito Supreme.
Burrito Supreme and a Taco Supreme.
And demonetization.
Oh, straight up, though.
Sorry, Jack.
Right,
Sorry,
so-
Jack.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I love
Kyle.
you, Jack Black. I love you, Kyle, guys. You guys are great.
Don't say
All
that.
right, so what we usually do once we finish the breakdowns is do our final thoughts in the episode. So, Jay, by all means, what are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going on?
Like I said at the beginning
Right.
at the beginning of this breakdown here, what a freaking show, man! Like
So
it is
good.
so good. Like I haven't watched TV this good since The Mandalorian. I mean, I know that
Same.
wasn't long ago, but
No, same.
and before
Same.
The Mandalorian, it was a long time since I saw really, really, really good TV.
I really
good
enjoyed
TV.
Superstore, but that just came onto Netflix, so it was Superstore. It's like The Office, but Walmart. We'll get
Oh,
into it
gross.
later. It's very good, actually. But
Okay,
yeah,
well, I'll have
no,
to check it out. But yeah,
you
no,
should.
this show is fantastic. I'm upset that it's over
Hmm.
already after 9 weeks. But
That's it.
I feel like I'm gonna be even more upset after Falcon Winter Soldier ends because it's only slated for 6 episodes.
And like I said, we're gonna get again more questions than we've ever gotten answers of. Like,
Yeah, like
especially like in that too.
I'm gonna be scouring Twitter and any other place that I can scour looking for Kevin
Hmm.
Feige just to say something, just to answer a few of our questions. Like, Kevin,
Hundred
if you're
percent.
out there and if you're by chance watching
Please let us
this,
know.
please just do an
Let us
AMA on
know.
Reddit. Just do an
Please
AMA on
let
Reddit
us.
and let us ask you all the questions that we have about the entire MCU.
Not you know what we're gonna get? Nothing.
Well,
Welcome to
we're gonna
the
get nothing, but I I think he
I'm
owes us
excited though.
something after this.
Absolutely, especially after this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get the next show, which is fantastic, and I'm so stoked for that. But like, we're gonna get nothing. We're gonna have to toil in our own minds
For the
for the
next
next
two
good little
weeks.
while. Yeah.
Well, 1 week, and then the next week we'll be right back here. We'll be right back here, giving you guys our
Hey,
breakdown of episode 1 of the Falcon Winter Soldier.
hell yeah.
We won't be on J Flawless 7. We'll be on
Yeah.
Anything Geek with Frosty over here, and we
Hey.
will be alternating episodes throughout the
Back
entirety
and
of the
forth.
Falcon Winter Soldier, and then after
Yeah.
that, the Bad Batch starts, and we'll be feeding
And
right into my Star Wars esque
it's gonna be so
channel
good.
here. Because remember, this is a
So
Star
good.
Wars channel, but
100%.
it's also a Freestyle Friday. So
It is part of Anything Geek as well, and so like there is
yeah,
some Anything Geek stuff that we want to
there is
spread
some
to
bleed
everybody.
over. Yeah.
Right, we're sharing it around. Again, though, my final thoughts. Holy
Yes, go right ahead,
crap! Oh my god! No more Hex that we've gotten used to for the past 2 months and a week. We're just sitting here like, oh, okay. So Wanda's alone, but she's reading the Darkhold. Okay, so
Yeah.
what does that mean? Is she finally gonna tap into that I'm gonna make life kind of thing and bring Billy and Tommy back? Or is she gonna bring because Vision's already going to be a thing? I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna get into it because I loaded up some questions. So that's one of them. So
Oh.
we'll talk to it then. Yeah. Again, to be honest though, this show is for 9 episodes to make me feel so much and theorize so much every episode. Mwah, Marvel, mwah, mwah, I love you. You did so good. Thank you, Daddy Marvel. You did fantastic. Again, there's so much that I can even think about, but like the fact that my big thing is
We're
Ralph is
losing
just
you again. We lost Frosty again. Oh, is he back?
Mephisto.
Oh, here we go. We lost you for a sec there.
Hello.
Oh, we
Weird.
lost you again.
Are we gonna what the fuck is going
Okay,
on? Here,
no,
I'm
no,
leaving, come
we're
back.
good now. We're good now. Okay, go.
We only got Ralph. We didn't get no Mephisto. We got no Nightmare. We got no big bad. So
I guess Agatha was just the big bad for this.
she was the bad of the episode.
But before Wanda left Westview, she said to Agnes, "I'll be seeing you, Agnes."
Exactly.
And she left because remember, Agnes is now living out Agatha Harkness is now living out the rest of her days as Agnes in Westview as the nosy neighbor.
So we think. Again, 40 chess, baby.
No,
She could just be like, oh,
Agnes
what?
has no power.
Okay, but again, why not get away from the ruins and be like, oh, you win. Oh, you're changing me to old. Oh, the hex is gone. Surprise, I'm back with powers. Haha. So to me,
I don't know
because
because Wanda
Mm.
absorbed all of her powers while her own runes were still active. So there was
Right.
no way that Agatha was able to imbue any sort of magic to hold on to any of her own.
I'm gonna see. Honestly, I'm gonna say she's coming back.
You think so?
This is not
I
the
think she's
last we
coming
saw
back,
of
but I think
Agatha.
she's coming back as an advisor.
Again, that's very well what she does in the comics after she becomes an anti-hero and like starts to train Scarlet Witch. So if you really want to push the comic stuff, again, she's playing 4D chess to me, man. She can pretend all she wants. Oh, she's away from spells, and oh, she can absorb magic. She'll be around a lot more, is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Agatha may be playing 4D chess, but Wanda's playing 5D chess now, baby.
That's the problem. See, that's exactly it. That's why I'm torn. You want to get into questions, though? That was my
Let's
last
get into
thoughts.
a few questions. We're like 2 hours and 10 minutes into this thing, so let's get a few questions and let's wrap it up because it is almost 8 o'clock.
All right, let's go. Here, I'm going to read through them all quickly and pick the best 3.
Okay, let's do it.
Best 3. Okay, number 1. Where's White Vision going after the episode?
What's
White Vision going to do?
White Vision is now regular Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just super white now. Like he's white bread. He's no longer. Well, I mean, he's still. I think he's gonna take on more of a Jarvis-y role now.
I like that. In the comics, all throughout comic version, White Vision was no mind, no heart, no thought. He showed up and he was like, Wanda, I'm not your husband. Kids, I'm not your father. And he kind of did that for a bit. But then he got all the memories back and then became Vision again. So I'm leaning towards that this might be the storyline for Vision where it kind of becomes...
Honestly, though, I think they are using the fact that Hex Vision kind of unlocking those memories in White Vision is just a ploy to keep Vision in the MCU. I think now Vision is going to end up going back because now he just feels Vision, right? So he's going to end up... he's just going to go back to the Avengers compound because now he's sentient again and nobody owns him.
Yeah.
So he's going to go back to the Avengers compound, and then eventually he's like, I bet you right now he's trying to track down Wanda.
Yeah. No, I think so.
And Wanda is off in northwestern Canada, just living her life, and Wolverine's not far away.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna be like, are we gonna see like her meet with Wolverine at some point, like in like hidey holes? Like what?
Cool.
I'm into it. I'm so into it. Again, I think they have been in talks with a Cap/Wolverine prequel story in the future, so I'd be into that. Where it's part of the Howling Commandos and Wolverine's group. They go together in World War II somewhere.
Oh, that's nifty.
And I'm into that. I'm super into that. Mm-hmm.
All right, next question.
Next question. So, what is Wanda going to do to fit into Doctor Strange 2? Because it has been told that the Scarlet Witch is going to be in there, and we did not see our boy, Doctor Strange.
See, now, if we did, that would be a lot easier to answer this question.
Exactly. So, we did get a name drop of a Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, so
that's
if this is the Multiverse of Madness, and Wanda is the Master of Chaos Magic, obviously she has to fit into this somehow. So
magic, 100%.
Actually, you know what? I think Doctor Strange is going to get a little bit in over his head, and Wanda's going to have to come save his ass.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, Dormammu's one thing. You can just beat him with a time paradox.
I've come to bargain.
Exactly. Dormammu! I've come to bargain. A million times. Right? A million times until you beg me to stop. So I think Doctor Strange is going to get himself into a little bit of trouble, and Wanda's going to have to come help out.
But how are they gonna meet? What's gonna fit them into that help out thing? Like, are
Well,
they
I
gonna
mean, they're
talk to
already
each other
connected through
randomly, or
Endgame, right? Like, I mean, they don't
Mm,
know each other really, but
no, God
he's gonna
no.
be like, okay, who's the only other person that can level with this level of magic?
Exactly. I'm
And then
liking
he's
that.
he's gonna reach out to the Avengers,
And
and
no,
and
what
then
I was
and
gonna
then and
do.
then White Vision is gonna be the one that finds her for
Ooh,
Doctor Strange. I mean,
I
I'm
like
reaching
that.
I'm reaching hard here,
No, I like that.
but
I
I
was
like
about to
it.
say. I was about to say what I thought was maybe Doctor Strange is gonna get close to the Darkhold, and that's how he's gonna find her.
Maybe he's gonna go back to Comertage, go in the library, and be like, there's a book missing here. I'm gonna go find it.
And then
He's
that's
gonna
where
he's
he
gonna
finds it,
I was
right?
gonna say he's gonna turn back time, but no time
Yes,
stone,
right.
Yikes.
He there's no reason. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
1 out of 60 million. Okay,
Yeah.
that was your thing. My thing was basically the exact same thing, and I added my own points to that. Was like that maybe he went through the Darkhold to find her. That's my thing. Maybe
Yeah, but
he's
if
trying to
she
find.
has the Darkhold, is there more copies of the Darkhold, or
No, I'm
because she
thinking
has
that
the
he wants to
Darkhold?
find the Darkhold,
Oh,
and
okay.
it releases some sort of like ability, like magical energy, where he's like, okay, it's over here. Whoa, Scarlet Witch, what's going on? And that's how they talk. Or there even could be at the end of one of the post-credit scenes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, them meeting, and it's just like, oh, surprise, they are talking right now. Oh, back to Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, surprise. Okay, now we're back to this, and we're like, wait a second here, those two were talking. Oh, okay, that's kind of where my head's at. Like, give us that, like, subvert expectations, right?
Yeah.
Right? I know, I totally agree with what you said. And then my little addition on was maybe they're gonna meet over the Darkhold and not just over the magic and yada yada kind of thing. So, right?
Yeah.
Last one. The last one's a big one. If you have anything else.
I'm super stoked though for this
Mm,
Multiverse of
mm-hmm.
Madness. I really hope that we are gonna be in theaters for this.
I know. Soon,
Like, I am
man. It's gonna
craving
be...
me a movie theater these days.
Hey, the last one I watched was Captain Marvel with you guys, so hey.
Last thing I watched,
The rest I've watched on other
Far From
platforms.
Home. Far From Home was the last one I
Good
saw in
one.
theaters.
That's also a
I think I
very good
saw
one.
that. I think I went and saw that twice. I can't remember.
All right, last question.
Okay.
The biggest one I saved. Who is the MCU's next big bad guy? Now that we see this, what do we have,
See,
Mephisto? Do we have?
I'm gonna give this one to you first because I have no idea because I don't know comics.
Well, again, now that we've all been tempted about Mephisto, I say maybe Mephisto, maybe Nightmare. Nightmare
Yeah.
could be a huge one.
Well, like
Uh,
here, I'm just gonna cut in real quick for a sec. On the topic of Nightmare, I was listening to Eric on Eric Voss's stream, and they were talking about how like just the comparison of introducing Mephisto versus introducing a Nightmare, and
right.
whereas Mephisto can bring in
Mm-hmm.
so many other things,
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare is fear himself, right? So
Especially, but with Nightmare and Mephisto, especially because we just lost Mysterio. But he's a big mind kind of guy. Did he really die? Did he really, like, spoilers for Far From Home? Sorry, but welcome to
whatever.
the...
It's been over 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the fucking 2021. But again, did he really die at the end of that, or is like he also manipulating and stuff? Are we gonna get more of like an old man Logan story
Oh,
after
I would
Logan,
love
where
another
it's like...
Logan story, like a Logan-esque story.
Exactly, right? So that's a huge thing. To me, I'm still on the whole Ant-Man and Wasps. The big bad guy they were kind of testing with that one. I can't remember right now.
Oh, the guy that played the dude in House of Cards.
Yeah, they're kind of pushing
Yeah.
him towards that, and like I want
But
him
isn't
to
he
be the next...
dead?
Well, that's the thing. Well, in my not that guy then, because I was gonna say in I can't remember right now, but there's another big bad. I'll have to
Or
look it up.
no,
Big
no, no. The
bad
big bad guy that was that I'm thinking of, that was just Ant-Man.
Galactus and stuff like that is what I'm
Yeah,
thinking of. Where like it's
I
more
was
like
thinking Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jack is dope.
Yeah, Yellow
But
Jacket was dope. But
oh,
yeah, I was thinking Yellow Jacket, but he got zapped.
right. Galactus, that's what it is. He lives in an area that looks a lot like the MCU's version of the Ant-Man's kind of like mini town and stuff that he
Okay.
had. Again, I have to like re-up on all that stuff, but I'm thinking maybe Galactus. We've got maybe Mephisto. I think Mephisto might just be a. Honestly, I'm gonna say it right now, so it's on recording, on live, so it's here. I'm gonna say we're not gonna see Mephisto for a long time, and he's just always been the guy pulling the strings.
God,
I'm thinking,
you're just jumping into my Star Wars in this, man. Like he's gonna pull.
I'm thinking
Disney's just gonna
he's
pull another Papa
Palpatining it.
Palps.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's Papa Palps, but we're not gonna find that out for a long while.
So
Until,
end of like phase. Well, because I mean we're done with phase 4 of like Act 1, you could call it. So now we're
Yeah,
getting into phase 5, aka the beginning of Act 2.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking
you're
maybe a
thinking
bit.
Nightmare Mephisto is gonna be our Thanos.
For a little bit later after we realize that, like, oh, we're watching WandaVision back right now, and holy crap, you're right. He was the bad guy. Or, oh, we're watching, Falcon
What
and
if
Winter
it's still
Soldier. And we're like,
Hayward?
that's the thing, right?
But he
Is
couldn't
there
it
something
now or
that
then wasn't the best time for him to reveal himself.
exactly? So he's like, I'm gonna get arrested. That's okay. But then we see him in Winter Soldier and
Because again,
Falcon.
drawing from Star Wars, Palpatine let himself get captured by General Grievous and Dooku. So
I totally agree with that. I think,
yeah,
again, now that we've watched for what, 12 years? No, 14 years. 13 years? 2021 to 2008.
2008 was the first Iron Man, and that's what kicked off
Yeah.
this whole thing.
13 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've kind of learned a few things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Mephisto was the red herring where we're all like, oh, it may be him. No, it is him, but we're not going to find out for a little bit, for a couple more series or movies or vice versa.
Yeah.
It wasn't Agatha all along.
It never really was.
No, exactly.
They lied to us. They said it was Agatha all along, and it wasn't.
It might have not have been, right?
I mean, some of it was
big
Agatha
brain
all
play here.
along, but
Did she really realize what she was doing, or did she do it just because a better, older magic user was manipulating her with 17D chess? Right? Like,
oh god.
exactly.
What is the 17th dimension, Fr0zD?
I'm gonna say it's after you finish doing homework or like finish writing something and you just feel happy for like 13 seconds and then you're like, oh, I need to figure out my next thing. That's the 13th dimension.
17th dimension. Oh man.
That's it right there. You're
okay.
like, oh, I'm so good. And then you immediately feel garbage. That was your 17th dimension you visited for a second. Okay.
Like the few seconds after doing it.
I was just about to say the
Yeah.
Japanese have a word for that, and
Yeah.
I wish I could remember it, but
No, I can't remember.
that's
it right
exactly
now
what I was going for.
All right,
But,
well
yeah,
that
what
is
are
that is that.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
was the series finale of WandaVision.
I'm glad I kept my
again,
tears in.
thanks to those of you that came out. If you like seeing this stuff, we'll be right back here in 2 weeks on Anything Geek's channel.
Yep.
doing the season premiere breakdown of the Falcon Winter Soldier. So if you like what you're seeing here, if you feel like donating, go to streamlabs.com/jflawless7/tip right up here.
Or down
Or
there. There's a link down.
if you want to see more of what this guy's doing, Frosty here,
Yo.
go follow Anything Geek on YouTube and Twitch and
Or Fr0zD,
Twitter with
honestly.
or Fr0zD.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it for my boy
Yeah.
Fr0zD from Anything Geek. I am JFlawless7 from Anything Geek, and we will see you next time.
What the fuck? Yeah!